Hello.
Hello.
It took two of your reactives a long time to get in here.
Oh.
Two of you were just like popping in as we came in. It was like pop pop. It was great. We did it. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How are all of you? Are you good? Are you great? My chair has been wanting to like get rid of like the back support thing of it for like the past few days, where like every now and then it just somewhat slips out of it. Last night I was playing TFT with Tristan and it fully just dispersed and myself went back, and because my legs were underneath the desk, my desk lifted up and I thought everything was gonna fly.
Oh no. That sounds like it would have been horrible.
But I did like a ha-cha! Or something like that, and then Tristan's like, bless you. And I'm like, no, I didn't sneeze. I almost died.
Well, sneezing is almost dying.
What's the difference, really?
Later on in the night, I almost like tipped over my G Fuel bottle, and I was like, ah! And he's like, oh, excuse you. I'm like, shut up. Is that what this is now? Is that what all this is going to be now?
Now, anytime you sneeze, Tristan's just like, are you okay? Are you alive?
Yeah, anytime I sneeze, it's just like, are you all right? Are you okay?
Do I need to call an ambulance?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Meanwhile, I'm gonna get shot one day and he's gonna say, bless you.
Real friendship.
Oh man. But yeah. If Anthony is talking, we can't hear him. Can you hear him now?
What?
Yeah, that's right. Never mind. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
He just
right.
wasn't talking.
Yeah, I had nothing to say.
Don't believe chat. They don't know what audio levels are.
I mean, to be
True.
fair, chat, the audio levels for today may be a bit off. If they are, let me know, because whenever I updated my computer last night, I had to come back into here and redo all of the audio connections. So let me know if things need anything. The reactor was moving. Sorry, you're not forgiven. But no, it's understandable. Mwah. We're gonna jump in to the room now. Huzzah! Quabam! Pata. We're here. We're in that thing I said. Heck yeah. We have not been here since before the year started. Wow.
Fuck?
That's crazy.
Last time we were here, it was last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
been a whole
insane.
year.
It's been a whole year.
It's been a whole year.
Shut the fuck.
I hope we never go a whole year without playing a fucking game. That suck.
Yeah.
That's me and Vestige.
Jesus Christ.
But no,
I'm sorry.
we are coming back. That being said, one of you, I have my suspicions who, but one of you needs to tell me what happened last time. Which one of you will do it?
You were so eager before, Squeaky.
Oh no, I was gonna say something else specifically. It's not that I was eager. I thought it was recap time when the question was that. Yeah. Oh my god, my brain. So last time we were still at the northern homestead, and we were waking up from sleeping there, and it turns out that two bozos hadn't arrived yet, and it was like, well, where could they be? We don't know. We don't know where they could be, and we had thought, I can't remember why. I don't know why Faraday is here. I can't remember, but I think we ended up bringing my brain. Okay, so Obera. I was like, oh, what's her name?
It's been a year. We get it.
Yeah. Obera was like, hold on, you don't know where they are. We need to figure out, and we have a little magic man that right now is currently instead like being a simp over in the corner over there. He can tell us what to do. So we brought him along. The Gerudo chieftain ended up coming with us for some reason. And then yeah, eventually Faraday came here, and I can't quite recall why she's here either.
She's here because
Fairy Heart.
yeah,
We
she
want
is
that
here.
for fighting Ganon.
Yeah.
Okay, she's with Fairy Heart.
She is here
Okay.
because she is with Ronan, because they Ronan let them keep the fairy heart, and in return they are going to be a part of the battle so that the fairy heart can be used.
Okay. I can't remember quite exactly why the Gerudo chieftain was brought along here.
They were
But
following.
she
They
is-
were following after
They're
after
following
Argo.
Argo. Okay. They just wanted to see what was going on.
They apparently
Yeah, so-
really like watching magic.
Yeah. So we were able to freaking get some water for Argo so he can do his little seer thing. And it turns out that the two bozos are just in a cart being bozos. While heckin' Volmana here was driving the cart because he's gotta come up here anyway to do delivery stuff. So it's just along the way, so it's convenient, you know? And then there was some weird ghosty gobbledygoobity happenings. Because, you know, we already knew the house is haunted. We just now have an even further confirmation because sometimes they would appear as a figure of things going on. And while we figured out our funny little ghost story, it was already we knew it had something to do with Polo's dad. Eventually, the two bozos made their way here, and they're like, "Okay, we're here. What did you want us here for again?" And it was like, "Remember, I wanted to go pay respects to my mother's grave, and I wanted you guys to be there with me as a sentimental thing because look at us being together as a family since we got here. That's like the first time ever." And then Galen was like, "Look at all these chickens."
The whole time, me and Galen were sneaking around getting the fucking chickens here. I didn't even know we were doing it until it was the end of it.
And heckin', yeah, he brought all of his cuckoos here. And if there was one thing that Brock remembered, even though he doesn't have a memory in his little brain, was that these are actually kind of cute. I understand why people are so scared of them. Look at this one. He's yellow. His name is Beelzebub.
I just love how all the chickens are named.
Beelzebub.
I just love how all the chickens are either named after friends or demons.
And you know, they're all chilling here now, and it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be freaking I was gonna try to say Coachella with the cuckoos, but it was gonna come out as Cuckella, and I'm just like, that's not a good word.
Can't believe we're getting cuckellaed.
Cuckapalooza.
Can't believe
I
we're
don't
at
know.
the cuckapalooza.
I can't
Look, it's
think of
Astaroth
anything.
Jr.
Yeah, no, and all the cuckoos are here, and they're kind of liking it over here. There's not really much in terms of prey animals, so they're gonna flourish very, very well. And maybe the farm animals will bring the other native farm animals that were more like wild animals, but also kind of farmy animals. There was a lot of crying. As Hadar brought up his inferiority complex about how he doesn't deserve to be forgiven because he tried to kill Vega, and Vega said, "You're right." But also, our sister said that it's okay. So shut up. Our sister said
No,
it's
you're
okay.
you're completely right about that. You shouldn't be, but I'm doing it anyway.
But I'm doing it anyway because our sister said so, and we love our sister, don't we, Hadar?
I don't do negativity.
None of that bullshit. None of that bullshit. Everybody should hate me. I'm not. There's no way Dad would have hated me, and blah blah blah. And it's like, have you considered that Dad can see into the future and knew that all this was gonna happen from the start, and thus orchestrated this whole thing and that this whole series of events? That our father is Eisen.
See, that's what we need. We need, if we ever get art of your dad, it's just demon Eisen. It's just demon sheep Eisen.
Have you consider that our
Yeah,
father
nice.
is Eisen.
Demon Sheep Eisen, let's go.
Fuck's sake.
And then that's when the waterworks happened, because if he was Eisen, that means he loved you all. And then your internet cut out.
Yeah, it did.
And then your internet cut out. So people who watch the VOD, you guys are the real ones. You went to go see the finale of the conclusion of this.
Yeah, you guys, if you watched the VOD, there was like an extra 5 or so minutes, and it was mainly just hugs and warmth and shit.
Also, oh my god, I don't know what was fucking wrong with my microphone the whole time. Thankfully it didn't like mess up the last like half hour, but for some reason the whole stream my microphone was just
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
think you had said you
It's
had like
weird.
you had like a thing in the background. In the very
yeah, that
beginning
was
last
probably
time.
the dryer, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I would have been on mute the whole time if it was that bad.
We brought it up in the very beginning. It's just like, oh yeah, it's the dryer. I was like, oh, that's no problem, and it wasn't a problem, by the way, but it was there.
It's the thing of, again, I guess because I never checked the stream to go hear how bad it was. I was just like, it'll be fine. I thought maybe what you guys were hearing were the occasional shoo 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 shoo, and being like, yeah, no, that's just the clothes being thrown around. It's gonna happen, not a whole.
Look, you got a pretty good mic. You got a pretty good mic.
That
It picks
doesn't
up
happen
everything.
when I do my laundry, though. That doesn't happen.
Oh, maybe there was like
That-
an alien in your laundry machine.
I fucking guess so.
That was before all like the big drone stuff was happening.
Oh god.
No, that wasn't that far back.
Oh god. That was the last year. What are you talking about? It wasn't that far back.
You're right. It was last year.
Someone's like, it was pretty heckin' bad. This is the fucking
Well,
duality of chat.
I was
One
gonna-
person, it was pretty heckin' bad. Phoenix, I didn't even notice.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got different Stokes, different blokes, different chokes.
It was full on cell phone interface going on in that mic. Yeah, and that's the thing that never
Both is
happens
good.
with my microphone. Again, that's why I don't think it was my dryer, Mikado, because I've had my dryer on before and it's never done that.
I need to
But
have
either way.
I'll big chat set up just so that I can turn it on for things like this, so that people can see what the fuck's happening in chat. Just throw a big chat up there every now and then, just like, this is what's happening, by the way. Wait,
That's
do
so-
I have it? Hold on.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you only ever all you did was just switch it on and off, wasn't it?
Where's it at? I just moved it in front of everything. It's not there. Where are you at, you piece? Where are you at? I don't see it. Oh wait, it's behind the reactives. Hold on. If I move it. I'm gonna put it right there, and then anytime I need it, I'm gonna bring it forward. Yeah. Anytime I need to see you guys, I'll put you forward, and whenever I want to get rid of you forever because I don't like you anymore, I just... Wait, no, that was the wrong one. Oh god. Now I can get rid of you because I don't like you anymore. Perfect. All right. Perfect. We did it. I have a new thing to play with. I'm so happy.
You
But
did
yeah.
it.
That is essentially everything that went down. There was a few other like minor things of getting everybody ready and going and talking with various peeps among the ones back at the home base and everything. Does anybody have anything in particular they would like to bring up about last week at all?
Not that I can think of.
Exactly, because none of you remember. No, there's nothing.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's it.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
that was it. It was a shorter game.
Thank you very much, Squeaky. Here is
Yeah.
your bospirations for the time being.
Meh.
Pop, Also, I did get a ask last week, not last week, the last time we had game, because it was last year, but it was also right after we had done the thing for the new month. Whenever it comes to the extra player rewards thing happening for any of the games, currently all of the things that I'm giving to the Zelda game are going to the Fate game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
So
see.
that's why I haven't been giving you guys your extra reward stuff lately, because we're at the literal final couple of things for the game. So that is why. That being said, because of certain events with my bank, we are currently doing the double player rewards for the entirety of the month of January. So if anybody ever wants to throw any extra funds our way, that'd be perfectly great for me, because then the bank won't scream and yell at me. And I will have internet beyond the half of the year, because they still haven't given me back my money for fucking things over last year. So with all that being said, thank you guys very much for any help that would be going to that, and obviously for every so much money I'd already promised on the Discord. For every so much, I'm actually going to be making way more Yu-Gi-Oh cards today. This month, I'm going to be doing a bunch of packs, which I may or may not stream them. So we'll see how things go. That being said, we're in Zelda. We are going to go back into doing things here. I'm going to turn Spotify back on because it hates me and wants to turn off every couple of seconds when we're in Discord. And we're going to be jumping back in. When last we left, all of you were watching as the siblings were over by the graves of their parents, at least of Polo's parents. The other two, this was not where the mother of these two were. They're kind of off somewhere else. You can ask Hadar where they're at.
They're dead.
They're fucking super dead, and probably just didn't get a grave. Who knows?
They're dead.
There's definitely nothing that is sinister or crazy about anything going on there. That being said, again, the rest of you were watching as everything here was going down. You guys see the three siblings, as well as Gallon, who was basically playing mediator to all of it over in the other area, have been over there for quite some time. Polo, while everything sort of fell into place at the very end of it there, where Hadar is finally getting to a point where he is at least looking like things are more easy for him. Is there anything else we're going to be going over here? Is there anything you would like to do before we leave the grave area, the gravestone area? How long are you planning on sitting down here? I know that you had got you had got some flowers at some point beforehand.
Yeah, those were all put down, and more or less everything that needed to be said and done was said and done here.
Okay. You guys see that the siblings and Gallon would be sitting here for their bit of time. Hadar currently taking it more emotionally than you've ever seen Hadar in the entire time you've seen Hadar ever.
Oh yeah, he's taking it hard.
With that being said, is there anything any of the rest of you would like to do while we were sitting here at the gravestones of Polo's mother, where Polo's mother is buried here, and Polo's father, who is not, because all of their things were scattered across the cosmos?
Yep.
I got nothing.
Okay. There was a thing, obviously, as well from Ronan last time, where Ronan tried to see if there was any peeps around here, but there was not. There was obviously lines showing where things had came here before, but there was nothing currently here from what from your weird ghost zone powers that you have.
Yeah.
Marco, is there anything you would like to mess around with? What about Brock? Anything Brock wants to do?
No, I can't think of anything.
Nothing that I can specifically think of, because it's, this is Polo's place thing. I don't know what else to really do at the moment.
Understood. There was a little bit of time that you guys would sit here with the others. After those little bits of time would go by, you would see that Sierra would make their way over, and they would also place down some flowers that they would have brought for the time. They would have made their way toward one of the other areas. They did not go like Polo and grab any of the ones here because they did not have permission to do that. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna steal some of your flowers, Polo. Bye. But no, they would put some things down, and they would very briefly pay respects. Same thing with Obra. Same thing with, I'm guessing, a few of you. Dawn would go over and destroy the entire thing in a death spiral.
He is a gentleman and would never.
But no, as everybody would eventually pay their respects and have everything done, all of you would, after a little bit of time, make your way away from the area. Followed after by your gigantic friends in both Dawn and Magic Frog. As you guys are going off, you would find that Hadar, Polo would be definitely like looking over toward you and Vega, at which point he would stand there for a moment. I believe I'm going to stay here a bit longer.
Oh? Something on your mind?
I just want to explain some things.
Sure.
Calm down. I just want to say some things aloud to myself, if possible. Yeah, sure, whatever.
There's just that look of just looks at Vega, just like, yes, of course. There's no issue there.
I'll meet you all back at our home. Hadar would make their way back toward the graves and just sort of be looking down toward them. As he does, Vega looks over. I did my best. Was he still sad?
I mean, considering the circumstances, I wasn't expecting him to jump for joy immediately either.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I guess.
I think he is very appreciative of our efforts. You know that Brother Hadar has always had issues with his emotions, especially if what he said is true and he'd been playing a facade the whole time.
Not everyone can get through things super quickly. It's complicated, right? I guess, yeah. I know. I'm simple. That's not what we're saying.
There's nothing wrong with being simple.
He looks back over toward where Hadar is. I just feel weird. I mean, I told him that everything was fine, and it is. It's fine as it can be, and this is no. I'm in new territory here. I've never really talked to him like this before.
Well, I think it's new territory for all of us in a sort of way. It's just...
Yeah,
it
but
needs some time.
In years and years,
Mm-hmm. I mean...
He's never been like this.
Hmm.
Isn't that a good thing? Yeah. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on.
Hmm? Huh?
You see Vega start running toward where the homestead is. You see him literally go down the hill. Because again, this is a hill. It's not a great angle for the thing I did. I'm sorry. But it is a hill.
No, it's okay. It's a hill. It's a hill. There's an incline.
He rushed off and seemed to jump down onto where the road is and keep going.
Oh.
Wonder what he's gonna do.
Well...
Our brothers are interesting.
Yes, very much so. But it's what we love about them. It is... I can understand what he means, though. When
when they're the way they are your whole entire life, it's like meeting a whole other person. And meeting people can be rather scary.
I guess it's difficult to think about. I mean, they've been around for, like, what? How old are your brothers?
Centuries.
Yeah, it's hard to
Long
fathom,
live
I guess, being around a person all of your life and then they finally are changing, I guess.
As is with long-lived creatures. Or beings, I guess. They are not used to change, especially when they're so used to everything having been the same. I feel I might have been in a similar mindset as my brother if I had lived even twice or thrice as long as they have. Or as I have, at least.
That's
You
the
get
advantage
accustomed to things.
that's the advantage we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're able to change a lot quicker than them.
Mm. Or at least accustomed to change a lot quicker. Again, the deeper the roots, the harder to unearth. And their roots are very deep.
Well, let's go, baby.
Oh, did he forget? Did he forget Hermes?
Oh yeah, he's ours now again.
Oh, he'll come back for him. He just has his mind set on something else.
He's ours now.
Abandoned at a grave. I can't believe it.
And what of the dozens of other babies that you've brought?
Oh, those are ours as well.
Okay. Okay.
We took a lot of them. We took a lot of them from over at Kakariko. I asked Marco if we could take a couple from over in his place. They're just a bunch of cuckoos now.
Do they not need their cuckoos?
We didn't take all of them. Also, do you know how many?
Listen, if
Do you know how long? Do you know how many cuckoos there are?
I mean, but
They
These things
They-
sprout up like daisies.
yes, but that's why they make a good food supply.
Look, if you can figure out how to eat these, then by all means.
You don't know how to eat them? Does Hyrule not know how to eat cuckoos?
Apparently, according to a lot of the farmers I've talked to, you gotta take them out in one shot. Otherwise, you're doomed.
Yes, of course, but you've named all of them. I can't demonstrate.
And if I name all of them, then that means I'm protecting you. Because not a one of them will be able to be taken out now that they have a soul.
believe me. Adventurers all the time were asked to take them down when they're needed.
I'm pretty sure having a soul doesn't make you immune to being killed by something.
It makes it harder to kill you for food. Isn't that right, Hermes?
Does it? I thought I was already pretty unappetizing to begin with.
To an extent. I had heard there was a tale of a farmer that had a prized cat that had a prized cow, raised her since she was a calf and called her Nancy. Then she got lost in the woods one day, was brought back, and then she was turned into dinner. He only really cared about her because she was fat.
That's
So it
pretty
really
messed up.
depends on the person.
Poor Nancy.
We got a couple of her steaks a long time ago.
It's pretty messed up, Polo.
She was
Can't
rather
believe you-
rich.
Can't believe you did that to Nancy.
I didn't do anything to Nancy. I didn't do anything to Nancy, but Mother grilled her really fine that night.
You see him go over to the hill, look out toward all the cuckoos. It's just like, I'm sorry, little ones.
Why you apologize?
Their hunger is unsatiable.
They there's going to at some point be too much of them, Galen, and then there's not going to be enough resource and they're going to die anyway. But we're not going to be able to eat them because they're going to be infested.
I'm sorry, little ones.
I'm going
I
to
think
find
it's
the
just-
fattest one.
Look, it may be simple for you, but I have a magical bond with them. I can't handle it. I can't do it. You guys are gonna have to
get
do it. I
that.
can't do it.
Don't you have a history of blowing people up with fire?
I don't have magical bonds with those people. Look, I can do this. He snaps his fingers. You guys just see like a tiny little bit of magic just sort of come from it, and all of a sudden, boop, boop. Good,
Oh.
Gorthos Jr.
What?
It's going to be harder if you call them us junior.
Nice, Gorthos Jr.
Why did you have to summon Gorthos Jr.?
Well, if I summon Astaroth Jr., then not all of you know them. I'm being
Which ones?
considerate to Brock.
Is that so
Brock
someone
doesn't
you
know
know?
those either.
Well, yeah, but he's
Uh,
heard of Gorthos.
Is Astaroth a friend of yours? Then I suppose I would have heard about them.
Yeah, they're
Someone,
friend.
Yes. Acquaintances.
They're also a very, very, very tiny chicken. Watch. Snaps fingers. Hi, Astaroth.
We can't do anything with that one. It hasn't grown yet.
So you can just summon them now.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
I made a pact with them.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a handy power to have.
Are you gonna summon them when we fight again?
Marco!
I mean-
Astaroth Jr.'s just a baby!
I mean, it wouldn't have been the first time we brought unexpected company with us and they, what was the term you used, Roland? Came in clutch?
They're just babies.
Well, I'm not talking about the baby. I'm not talking about the chicks.
You want to lose Gorthos Jr.?
Gothos Jr. seems like he can handle himself.
Oh yeah, he's like the biggest one.
Makes sense.
As such, the name Gorthos Jr. It is a fucking massive cucko, by the way.
It is cute. You just have a big fucking chicken.
It is almost like baby chocobo levels.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And like a child might be able to ride Gorthos Jr.
How's that for a fucking night class? Choco night.
Choco jockey.
Hope I get to meet him one day.
If all goes well, right? If all goes well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Well.
You guys see, as you guys have been talking, there's just been a walking around the area from Dawn. Dawn would then make their way down toward like where the cuccos are, and you do see him just sit down in a patch of the dirt that is there around the area that doesn't have as many cuccos. As soon as he
However-
sits down, however, yes.
They all begin to converge. They have
Become their
spotted
leader.
prey.
What is a lizard but a big chicken?
Yes.
Just surround him with cucko. Jesus Christ.
Hold
But
on, I
I'm
got,
just on him,
hold
pecking
on,
at him a bit.
I got you. Hold on, I got you. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There you go.
All right.
They've started nesting on him.
Just a fucking avalanche of chickens. All right. All right. So,
There we go.
is there anything else you wanted to do here, or?
I think after everyone is good and settled, I guess there's not much else we can do but check out Father's dungeon.
Yeah, we've came here to check on the graves and go and pay respects, and now, I mean, we could stay here for a week and a half if you guys want.
Oh,
Just take a week off, you know, kick our feet up, relax.
I don't think
At the
I've done
same
anything that
time,
more interesting for
The more
week yet.
prepared those guys are, the less our preparations really work, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how fast is it going to be when we actually open it? Is he going to just like see it like and somehow like teleport here? Is he just going to like start running and it's just going to take him like a day to get here?
According to
gonna get
Argo,
here.
they're all already like all collected in different places. And according to Polo, as soon as we go into one of these, or as soon as we touch one of these, like everything around them is gonna know. So they'll probably start converging on Spectacle Rock at that point. Before
Well-
that happens, we gotta basically sever all of the connections that we have with our house, and then we gotta get going.
Gonna make sure everyone's ready before we sever it. Make sure our defenses are prepped and
To be fair,
hope
we don't
can't
have
teleport.
to be fair, we don't have to sever it, but it will mean that several of the bad Sheikah will make their way after us a lot sooner than the other parts of the army.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'd feel safer if we just get everyone where they need to be, where it's safe, and then cut it all off. We can always reopen them, right?
Well, I was actually going to ask about that. Do we know how to do that? That
How to
was
do
something I
what?
was thinking about as well.
How to
Which part?
cut it off?
How we're supposed to get rid of the doorways, but also
Mhm.
still all be in the same place.
Oh, I assume if you cut it off, shouldn't we just cut it off at the source and all the other doors will just shut?
The last time we did this, the last time we got rid of a door was whenever we were inside of, well, we were inside of Death Mountain.
Hmm.
The main issue there was we were outside of our house when we got rid of it. I don't know how to get rid of it from inside the house. The only way that really makes sense to me is to either get rid of the things from the outside or looks over toward Gallon. Probably destroy that room.
Uh,
The doorknob room?
Mm.
Wasn't there a Wolfos that could tell us more about that kind of thing?
That's what I was going to actually suggest.
That's what I was gonna figure out. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense to me are those two options, but maybe Shefos has some other idea?
Yeah. Oh, it's the hat. That's right. Right. I got it now.
Should. I mean, I know that his, even with having all these doors connected and his whole thing kind of fixed, he still can't remember everything.
Hmm.
We never did figure out how to get that to help him at all.
Worst case scenario, we just break them all and hope for the best, right?
Well, worst case scenario, if we have to get rid of them individually, then we'll have to spread ourselves to all the different places that we've made those connections. Meaning someone's going to have to be staying here and in every other village we've stopped at. Even worst
Yes.
case scenario, we destroy the room and we have to make our way back to Spectacle Rock from Castletown. There are several thoughts that come from it, but either way, I think that the last one we destroy should be this one. If we go to Castletown, destroy the room, again, worst case scenario, destroy the room, we'll need to rush ourselves back up here and hopefully find some way to jump from there to here. I'm not entirely sure exactly how things are going to go. hopefully Shefos remembers.
Can we destroy this door, the door from here?
Yeah.
Dude. Then could we not just have some oracles go with people to all the places and then take them back to Castletown, then go through the door from Castletown to here, and then just break this one here?
That's what I'm thinking, but we don't know how fast it's going to be for the others to get there, and unlike you, all the other oracles take a little bit of time to do their songs, right?
Oh, I mean, well, if a bunch of us go, then we can shorten the time.
We'd have to go an oracle to every area, though, right?
I mean, if we're gonna do it all at the same time.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, but
is that
we
what
don't
we're
have
looking to do?
we don't have to, I guess. If we have you as well as Z, Argo, Jason, all go to each of the different areas, it would probably shorten things a lot.
I'd be willing to
Assuming everything goes correct.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the ideal.
Don't see why it wouldn't work.
Oh, how many daughters are there again?
There's the Lost Woods. There's Zora's Domain. There's River Zora Domain. There's
Ateno.
There's
The desert.
The desert.
The other desert.
The other desert.
The Demon Manor.
The Demon Manor.
Did we 100% remove the Archway one from in Death Mountain?
That's the water
What?
temple one. You have one in the water temple, and you have one outside the water temple.
Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta get those as well. There's 2 more. So that's 9 total. Including, well, in this one, this would be 10, but we're saving that one for last. Is there any others?
That's still a lot.
There's Witch Cop.
Wait.
Yeah, that one
that's
should be
Spectral Rock.
that one, just like this one, should be the last one we mess with.
Mhm.
So, was that Emerald? You said something?
We're sure that when they infiltrated our house, they didn't take a doorknob, right?
We have no way to. I mean,
We don't
unless
know.
someone's been keeping count.
That room is full to the brim of doorknobs.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, unless someone's been keeping count in that crazy doorknob room, I don't know. if
That's
there's a
why I
way to
was
know.
saying worst case scenario, we'd have to get rid of the room.
And then all the magic might go with it then, right?
That being said, even if they did have a doorknob, if we get everyone out of Castletown, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
We would have to get everybody to Spectacle Rock, though. Or here. One or the other. Probably Spectacle Rock, so that
The main,
they don't have to
the
have
main
a
attack is
week-long journey
happening
to make
there.
their way back.
Okay, so that's. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a plan. I think we can do this.
All right, that's the plan, unless Shefos has any other ideas, is we either do it one at a time, like we said there. Worst case, again, getting rid of the room, just in case they have their own doorknobs or have anything they can do. Luckily they killed the other guy that knew how this thing worked, so bonus for us.
All right, let's go talk to Shefos then.
Yeah.
You guys move. You see that Gallon puts Astaroth Jr. and Gorthos Jr. back. Dawn stands up as many cuckoos just fall off of him. I'm gonna need you all to get out. There you
Just
go.
turn him. I was gonna say, just turn him over, and then
He just does like a little shake and then just shakes them all off.
they just all fly off.
At which point, Brock, your cuckoos, they need to return.
Yeah, you just puts him down. Pat, pat.
Into the cuckoo pile.
They're very cute.
As you guys make your way back toward the main part of the homestead, you guys find that currently it does look as if things are going normally here. The people you have left behind are looking about, seeing what all they can do. Hadar is over by where the water is, seemingly just teleporting to one side and the other, trying to get his little darkness powers working well. You see that Faraday is currently standing with the fairy heart, trying to get the magics to activate in the ways that they want. The hottest Goron in existence is just sort of standing there. Doing the best they can. Argo is over looking into the small dish you guys have given them to check on any of the different areas. While all of you are currently doing this, you guys hear a large thud as jumping down from up high, falls down a Vega from on top of the mountain. It's a little bit harder without the cape. Walks over.
I think
Perfectly fine.
My knees.
I'm gonna watch out about those.
Oh, hey, you guys are back. What's up?
Why?
Are you all right?
Oh yeah, had to get something. I'm good though.
What?
Hey!
What was up there?
He walks back over. He gets Hermes. Hermes!
Yeah, I told you.
But he's ours now.
No, he's not.
But he belongs us.
No, he does not.
Mine.
No, you have several dozen cuckoos. Are they not enough?
No, that was me. I said mine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, whenever I say one sentence, you can barely pick up the gravel. Whenever I just say the one word. Anyway, I just got something for Hadar. I'm just gonna take it back over at. What are you guys doing?
All
Right,
right, Jevos. Talk about breaking down this whole house network.
Oh, you guys are starting.
We were planning on it.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I didn't know if you guys wanted like a tour or anything. Oh, I guess you guys have been here for like a few days, right?
Yeah, we got here before you.
Right,
Yes.
right. I feel like a terrible host. This is the epicenter of the new demon kingdom, after all.
This farm?
Yeah. See that fort up there? Points up to the mountain.
That's a mountain.
Oh no, that's a fort.
No,
Is that why you
that's
crawled
not.
up it?
We're gonna build up on that. It's gonna be a castle. Yeah.
Why'd you jump off the mountain?
Oh, because I brought myself there with magic, but there's no way to bring yourself back with magic. I usually just jump down, but I usually am immortal when I do that, so I hurt my knees.
Why?
You just see Gallon like open up his book and just like very listfully use a right to like give him a minor heal. This is like, there you go.
It is a lot of force of gravity.
Oh yeah, I'm
And-
not used to
and-
gravity being a problem.
I understand.
Oh no, I just gotta learn new things. It's all right. I gotta find out the optimal level of what all I can jump off of, and then make like a diving board so that I can jump down from anywhere around the mountain and like get to anywhere else that I can.
Or once Hermes is hopefully big enough to carry you, if he is able to get that big, you utilize Hermes.
Whoa. You think Hermes will get that big?
I mean, he's only he's only
He's a
still
tiny
a
little.
hatchling.
He's a tiny little guy though.
Yeah, he's
So
only a
little.
hatchling. Yeah, and did you know how big Magic Frog was before he became that big? Magic frog was smaller.
Yeah.
So if I go into the Lost Woods and I sit there for a while, and then you guys come and get me.
I would rather not test that.
Like it
I
would
was
work,
2
but
seconds
no.
away from saying, let's find out.
Like it would definitely work, but no, we're not doing that. Literally anything else can happen. We're not finding out.
Unless, Brother Vega, you're practically immortal. I think
Yeah.
by the time Hermes is at the age where I think you'll be fine waiting.
But no, like, you know how this Ganon guy, like, apparently went back in time with like that super sword and spent all that time sitting there so the super sword would get better.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that with Hermes.
But Hermes will just age regardless. That's what happens when time passes naturally, Brother Vega. People age.
Yeah, but like, I want it now. No matter what, you'd also be waiting.
But then you'd be waiting regardless, and you would no longer be able to enjoy the times when you can hold Hermes like they are right now. You'd be throwing away all the days when Hermes is just a little thing.
Oh man.
Well, when the defense of Spectacle Rock starts, he's a frontline and not a strategist, right?
Oh yeah, I'm like a do things guy. I'm a do things kind of leader.
Perfect.
You know, until I hand it off to Polo.
But
Well,
Hannah
well,
will be also helping with the advisoring.
And he's the opposite one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of
Perfect.
Hadar, I gotta go. We'll talk more about the time stuff later.
Yes, of course. We will absolutely talk about it later. It will be a subject we approach later.
Yeah, you definitely won't forget about it by the next time we talk to you. Bye.
I'm
His
hoping
memory's
he
not very
forgets
long.
about it by the next time we talk to him.
Yeah, just had him one of those chickens. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Mm.
So,
You just hear off in the background. When do we get all these cuckoos?
well, that'll keep him busy for a while.
You were saying, Brock?
Oh, well, mostly just worrying about when the door opens. It's this big thing I keep hearing about. So, I hope he doesn't teleport. That'd be really messed up, right?
According to what everybody says, as soon as Polo like opens the door, which I guess means either going in through the Spectacle Rock entrance or coming in this way, everybody who's powerful enough to sense the demon magic will know about it. I don't know if they're gonna teleport, but we have to be ready just in case they do, right?
Mm.
Like they do have a powerful
Right.
witch on their side. But I doubt that every bit of them can, even if some of them can. There are, like, according to Argo, 3 or 4 different groups of them at the moment.
It is possible that Father might have also foresaw this possibility and maybe has defenses so that people can't just teleport here.
Yeah, it's the whole reason why the king, like, got rid of everybody at the Spectacle Rock City, right? So that if the demons do march their way through, they can not be in the forefront of everything. So if they teleport, we don't have to worry about that anyway, but my guessing, since all of them are gathering up together, means that even if they do teleport, it can't all happen at once. We'll figure it out. We just have to be ready for anything by the time we open those doors or go into that place there. Let's go see Shefos.
Yeah.
Wonderful idea.
You find that as you guys step through, bloop. Currently, I would say that Sierra would probably wait here They are still having their bit of a moment of their stuff going down. But of course Orion and Aster would make their way with you guys. They're always gonna do that thing. I currently, there you are. I was about to say, where the fuck is Z? He's right there. I had to turn you around so I could see him. You all make your way. I'm guessing at this point you're going toward Hateno. Not Hateno. You guys are going toward Lon Lon.
Yeah, that's where he was, I think.
As you guys hear the ding-ling-ling of you guys entering into Marco's place.
Hooray!
Bloop. You guys see upon entering the area, there is a sense of slight chaos about the place. Marco, you remember whenever you and Gallum were just here a little bit ago, gathering some of the cuckoos was a little bit hectic on the outside of things. A lot of the other wildlife in the area, while they're used to cuckoos, they're not used to cuckoos flapping about whenever they're picked up. Because anytime, at least as far as the games are concerned, anytime you pick up a cuckoo, they start flapping for their fucking lives.
Like,
Look up, babies.
That's why we have Gallon there to help soothe them, so we can carry them easier.
Exactly.
Cuckoo
You do
whisperer.
find that looking outside, your sister Morgan, as well as Shefos, are currently calming down the other cuckoos, calming down the horses, calming down any of the other creatures that are around. You look out as you do see Shefos is currently mid like petting of Epona. Like, it's okay.
Aren't these the jacked horses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are they freaking out?
Because they're cuckoos, man.
They know what cuckoos are. They understand the danger that they pose. There's intelligent beasts. They understand. Do not hurt the cuckoos. Do you know how many horses we've lost to cuckoo outbreak?
How
Pretty
many
sure these horses
extremely
qualify as
jacked
heroes
horses?
that Gorthos could possess.
Cuckoos are evil demons that you can't possess.
These cuckoos are closer to their ancestral dinosaurs than our chickens of the day.
And they're also magical because they spawn more of themselves.
They do, magically, and also physically, and it's weird. Either way, you guys can easily see and or hear Shefos just outside.
Go on out there.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry.
Hello,
Oh.
Shifo.
Oh,
What's going on?
shit.
They turn and look toward all of you. Hello, everyone. They look off and around. Welcome. You hear from more you hear from more cuckoos?
No, not this time.
Oh, okay. Whenever you started moving all of them here, all the ones from the rest of the fields all gathered around, we have about 100 of them.
Jeez, did a fox get in?
No, they're just, I guess they heard the cuckoos clucking and being super spooked from before, and all the ones from the neighboring fields showed up here as well.
Ah, that's not good.
Misty's currently going around to the other farms, letting them know where all the cuckoos are.
Ooh. Oops.
It's okay. We usually have them all free reign anyway, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been helping as much as I can. The cuckoos are not afraid of me, so that's good. Neither are the horses.
That's good.
That's good. Thanks for all the help, Shefos.
Mhm.
You've been a great help. Pat Shefos.
I suppose that makes sense.
He looks around everybody. If you are not here for cuckoos, what is needed? Oh,
Oh,
you see him
Oh.
go to get a hair from himself to hand over to Polo, as if he's just ready to do so.
Well,
chop you up.
I
Oh.
mean, sure, why not? We could use that if it will still work.
Gets a hair,
Because
hands it over toward where you are, Polo. This should
Yeah.
be good.
Thank you.
Do you still have your blessing of light?
I think I used it
You
some
used it.
time ago.
They put their hand over your head, Polo, as you find that you are also charged up once more with Shephos's light.
Thank you.
just imagining the effects that her eyes start glowing in the same light as he shines on her.
Okay.
But Shephos, we wanted to know something about the house because of everything that's about to happen. When it comes to the doorknobs,
Recently had a bit of a epiphany with the house as well. I suppose it must have been all of you that did so. I had a similar attack as I usually do. I believe one was earlier on in the week and another was earlier this morning.
What did you have? What was your epiphany?
Well, earlier in the week, after I believe we were connected to another place, I felt odd for a while. He was bedridden for a long time.
Oh,
Oh,
I believe it was because you connected an area that was very far away.
oh,
But
sorry.
no, because of that, I was able to remember a lot. I had a dream. One that was vivid.
oh,
I was able to recall a lot of my time as an apprentice. It was nice, but also, I guess I expected more. I didn't feel any joy about it. Like my time learning with what I know now felt a waste.
mm,
But earlier, when I had another, I remembered joining with my master and the other, the witch that was with him, and there was a lot more happiness there. A lot more, how do I put it? I felt a lot more of the eagerness that I would have had back then. I finally understood the sense of accomplishment that was going after something that you wanted. So, it made me feel good.
that's great.
I believe that because of the two experiences, I am significantly stronger than I was before. I understand my magics a lot better, and you see him bring his large wolfosy paw up into the air as you see what appears to be a small mote of light appear in his hand. I feel more competent.
oh,
It is as if the accomplishments that I had back then were not a waste. The knowledge I accumulated, the efforts I put in meant something.
Well, that's a wonderful feeling to have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like Sheffos.
Oh yeah, by the way, Brock, this is Sheffo. This is Brock.
Yeah.
Ah,
He
This is our new
is
friend,
a
Brock.
new soul created from one of Vorthos's bodies.
Hello.
Like the others.
Kinda, but kinda
Only-
not.
Only this time it's not the original body soul, it's like an entirely brand new soul. Like Gorthos had basically a child soul thing, but not really.
That's
very
weird.
weird.
About.
To a biological child that Gorthos could have.
Yeah.
Spiritual child.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so. Still weird.
He came with an accent. We don't know where that came from.
I would like for everybody to
Do I
please.
have an accent?
I would like for everybody to please. Let me look at your stats
Yeah,
very
the
quickly.
northern eastern accent, remember?
Great, the Eastern Northern accent.
An eastern northern, right? Yeah.
This is
So
actually only
stupid.
something I want Ronan and Marco to roll for.
Take all of Goddess tokens,
Shit.
do it. Yeet.
Well, here we go. We have 2 goddess
You
tokens.
want to take one each?
Yeah, boy.
Fuck yeah, Sherry.
It's fine if you guys wait a day before going, you'll get your dailies.
Ooh, just stand here for one whole day and not
What's
move.
that are we rolling?
What are we rolling?
You're rolling for your instinct. The reason I asked the two of you is because you guys actually had more than 2 instinct.
That's an 18 for me.
I would hope I would have more than 2 instinct at this point. 11. And the second roll is 12. So 12 plus 5, that is
17?
A 17.
A 17 and an 18. You guys would notice, maybe it's because of your connections with these 2 people, maybe it's because you're not directly looking at Sheffos during all of this, but you guys would find that both Obra and Gallon have a strange look about them as they're listening to Sheffos. The both of them look relatively down.
Like, sad?
They look contemplative.
Is it because they feel like Sheffos had learned it a different way to them, and so he didn't have the
No.
experience of the pain? No, that's not it? Okay.
No, that's a good thing. We don't like
I
that.
feel like it's
Yeah.
more. I think I know what it might be.
Yeah, I
know
feel
if
like
Rock is smart enough
I feel like you definitely probably know, but yeah.
Ronan will, like, put his hand on Obra's back and just be like, everything okay?
Oh, yes, I suppose, but I feel like we need to hurry this along. You too, huh?
Why? What's up?
Yeah.
We didn't.
That would
I
actually
mean,
be a bit weird.
I know we're kind of on a timer, but
We didn't do anything this morning, Ronan.
oh,
Sheffo seems to think that we did.
Oh, so they did steal.
Hmm?
Ha,
oh no.
funny that.
Okay, yeah, we
Sheffos. How can we easily remove doorknobs from places without needing? Do we need to be there? Can we be in the house and do it?
Easily remove them.
can we shut
I mean, I
the
guess not easily,
whole
but-
network down?
I could do it.
And you turn it back on afterwards.
I don't know, but
Fantastic.
I could reset the ones that are there that I have access to, which should be all of them. I would have to be there in the room to perform the ritual.
So we can't just have you do it just to the one this morning, because we don't know where that would be.
Or are you saying from the doorknob room?
You don't know what room it would be? We
Well,
didn't
you have to be
do anything this morning, Chefos. We are not the ones that
think-
made you have that vision this morning.
I think someone stole one and used it.
Well, you should be able to feel which direction the doorknob was placed, right? If you could feel the one that's far away, this one should have been.
This one was
Closer,
not
right?
nearly as far, no. This one was
close.
This one was to the east of Castletown.
East.
Hold on, I'll get the map.
That one,
Oh, not the east, to the west of Castletown. My bad.
the west, but not as far as the one in the desert, though.
Not as far as the one to the top, which you guys put in a week ago, which would be off the map.
Yeah.
Oh, so it could. Has anyone been to this city here, where the dam is? Oh yeah.
No.
You
I put
guys,
reviews on that
you
one.
guys are also sure because of what Argo had told you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we really can't just, knowing where it could possibly be, we can't just go out there. We'd actually have to know the actual location,
no,
right?
the worst part about all of this is we don't know now what's going on with that. You have to have knowledge of the areas that you can go to. That's why every time you pass by a door, it takes you to wherever you think about.
Mm-hmm.
So because we don't know where that opened up, we can't go there. Right, Chefos? It's not impossible, but yes. They only know a couple of them though, right?
A couple of the ones we set up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
would
that limits it
assume.
down a lot, actually.
They only know
We would only need to
Castletown, the Demon Manor,
Spectacle Rock.
They
Spectacle
would
Rock.
would they not know which con?
They had to have. That's where we fought.
That's where we fought. What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt
Yeah,
they're going to be
okay.
going there though. At least not the witch, right? They don't want to be where the
Mhm.
rock is.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
That's the whole reason you want the rock, because the rock is the predator of the Cublex.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted
Yeah.
to be the. I just wanted to be the bird's friend, honestly.
Man,
That
did
was
you
your
like us
plan.
too?
That was Eric's plan.
I forgot
Man.
because it's been a whole
No.
year.
You know what's crazy?
Fucking Christ.
Two natural predators.
Yeah, we got
The
two of
Rock
them.
and the Hydra.
Yeah. So I can't wait to drop both of them on
Oh wait,
to
no,
the top of the witch.
no. Your plan was the Hydra, not the rock. My bad. That was me. That was my problem. So yeah, they don't give a fuck about the
Oh.
rock. They can take over the rock. You're right. That was me and
That would've
Gallon
been
fucking
funny.
up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
You
drop
guys
an
are
entire Hydra on
correct,
them.
not me. Sorry, Eric.
Hey.
So then they would just know those three locations, right? Because we didn't take anyone from the Demon Manor or Spectacle Rock anywhere else except for Ron. Did you take them to Zora's
Well,
domain?
At the end of it all, though.
I did
On-
take the dude who Radon cut his arms off to Zora's domain, so he might have been able to teach some people how to get there.
Well, aren't we trying to shut the whole thing off anyway? Wouldn't that shut that off
Can we
too?
not just do that from the house?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's been hours, is what I'm bringing up.
Well, I mean, we can't do much about what they've done with it already.
No,
We
but
just gotta keep him from doing more with it.
we know
Just
that
us.
nothing has happened with Lon Lon or with Kakariko. We've been to both of there today.
And I know that since we saw him practicing, Hosier was here. Nothing happened at Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, we also got Argo from there.
Then they would have had to do something in Castletown. We haven't been there, right?
Did anyone, Shefos, you would know this. Did anyone enter the house this morning? That at all? That wasn't us.
I can sense when people who have no permissions make their way through. Basically, when people are brought in. But if they had permission from the beginning, I do not know.
So you didn't feel anyone?
No
come
one
in
without
today, then?
permissions, no.
So someone still had permissions.
So
Well, they
you
would have had
can't feel-
permissions by using the thing. They would have permissions.
Yeah.
So you can't feel when people with permission come in at all.
Shake's head.
Oh, okay.
That's why he was able to figure out the Sheikah before, because they didn't have permissions. They were just people brought in.
Yeah.
So then, can we get Argo to try to spy where the other doorknob could be? Because we have a general direction.
Why do we need to know that?
Yeah. We don't. I feel like we get
guess we
most
don't
of the
need to
leads here. We're worried about ghosts that we can't chase. Whatever happens, happens. There's nothing we can do about it, but we can stop what we can now. We're just gonna coordinate everybody as
There
fast
are-
as possible.
There are still things we can do, yeah. Shefos says he can get rid of everything just by going to the room. But then Shefos would be in Castletown. We could go and do Ronan's plan, which is go to each of the areas and get rid of them one by one. Or we can get rid of the room in its entirety. At which point, have Ronan take us immediately to Spectacle Rock or wherever else we need to go.
We would need to all go through the door to Polo's house before Shefos does that, so that we could be there and ready to go. But I see no problem with that plan.
What's that hand thing you just gave Polo? What's that about?
It lets you make a portal back to the castle. Not the castle,
Oh.
bleh, back to Castletown.
Can you walk through that one?
One thing we can do, yeah, is if we take Polo back to Spectacle Rock, Polo can make a temporary one, right?
It won't close until I go through it again.
All right.
So I
you
guess
go
the
to-
thing right now is we need to get everybody we can, either to Spectacle Rock or to the Demon Manor. Not Demon Manor, or to, Polo's place.
Right. And then Polo and Shefos go back to the house, you shut the network down, and you leave. Right? Or Shefos goes back, you open the port for the new ones.
Exactly.
Perfect. Look at that. A plan of devised in what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Look,
And
Also,
there's
a few
obviously
people-
problems with said plan, but we're not talking about it, I guess.
We're also needing people to stay with Shefo so he can continue the ritual and not get,
No, that's
attacked by
not
anyone.
that's not a problem. If we have Polo and them go back, that's fine. I do not want just Polo and him to go back, because if there are people that have been going through this place, that could mean there are people waiting.
Okay, well, I mean, if we open up a portal with the hair, then any number of us could go to the
Yeah.
house with them.
We need to make sure that we're all there.
Yeah.
All right.
And we just go back through the hair portal after we're done. Sounds like it works to me.
Okay. We should get everybody gathered up then.
All right.
Are we
Let's
gathering them all at
mobilize the war.
Spectacle Rock then?
Yeah.
Sounds like the plan. Ugh, I'm nervous. My first time going into war. Is this war or survival?
Hey, Dico.
What's up?
There's something that's been at the back of my mind about everything that we've been doing and all this preparation that we've made.
What's up, man?
That I'm not sure if anybody ever actually asked, or if I'm just a stupid boy and didn't pay directly attention.
Uh-huh.
when the thing opens, and it's like got all the demony magic-y things and such, is Ganon and the witch going to even want to deal with it at all? They could just ignore it.
They could. They don't seem to. Nobody seems to think they will, but they could ignore it.
Like we're
Seems
all
like a lot of
making
them
our
are. Seems like a lot of them are stationing themselves outside of the area, but.
I mean, I'm just dumb, you see. I'm a dummy boy who's dumb and don't understand how the things work. Because I'm dumb, you see.
Hey.
Okay.
Fair enough. But, yeah. Right. So, let's get to coordinating.
Alrighty.
Where do we start?
At this point, going around to all of the different areas to collect people to get them away from different places. The ones that you guys know potentially might be problematic is the Demon Manor, the Zora Domain, Spectacle Rock, Castletown. Those are the ones that you guys showed who you guys originally thought was named Forest into the area about. And it's also where all the different Sheikah have made their way and kidnapped people from Demon Con. That being said, you guys have been to several of those places recently, including going to said Demon Con, which you had left Modeus in charge of. It's not the first time Modeus would have been kidnapped and taken over, but you know, whatever. But at the moment, those areas seem like the priority. You guys could probably send the rest of your allies here. You guys could probably send Morrigan, Obra, Gallon, even Shefos off and around to the other areas to gather people at Spectacle Rock. But would the four of you like to make your way toward any of those areas first?
To
The ones you guys are worried about.
I mean, yeah, I guess Ronan will go to Zora's Domain.
Is it just Ronan?
Can bring Obra with him or something like that.
You could. Again, I'm more saying you guys have several people right now you guys can send to the other areas. If you want to not have Obra go, that's perfectly fine. I just want to know who all's going where and if you guys are splitting up, because if you are, that's different.
Yeah, just to make sure I'm following. We're trying to gather up. We're gathering up doorknobs.
You're worried that four of the places might have an army of Sheikah and other things in them.
Okay.
Might have an army of
You as a
Sheikah and
group,
demons
yeah.
in them. So I'm wanting to know if you guys are separating or
That was
not.
the point. Brock's referring to the three of you. You would know more about the situation.
Yeah, so we should go to each one as a group.
Yeah.
You can start with Zora's.
Okay.
Sure.
At that point, are you sending your other allies to go and collect the people that you're not too worried about over at Spectacle Rock?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have Obra go to River Domain. We'll have Gallon make their way over toward the ones that he can gather from the deserts. We'll have Morrigan gather everybody from Lon Lon. Shefos can go over toward where the area at Spectacle Rock is, just to see if there's anybody that needs to be around you guys. As the four of you plus Dawn plus Magic Frog plus Orion plus where's your guy? Where's your little guy at? Where's he at?
Which little guy?
Trying to find
Orion?
Not Orion. Trying to find
Ophi?
Tentacle
Ophi.
Man?
Yeah. Where's Ophi at?
Where's Sophie?
Ophi is his token is around in a place with things around it. And I am looking. It's over here.
Luckily
ship
enough,
robot.
I believe that they were. Oh, there it is. I found Ophi.
Yeah.
Meow.
E.
I just want to make sure, depending on where you guys go and what things go down, that you guys have everything you need. You guys are first off making your way over toward the river, or not the river domain, the Caesar domain, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys make your way toward the Caesar domain. As you guys get there, Ronan, the first thing you will notice is that the area outside of your home, you see the door to your room off its hinges.
I didn't realize I had a door.
You'd had a door for privacy, so that you and Obra, were
Yeah.
in there. And nobody walked by.
Yeah, remember beginning of the campaign, you had all those women in your bed.
No, I don't remember
I
that.
thought it was like a curtain situation or whatever.
You had a door.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just surprised. Move
Your
on.
door seems to be off its hinges. When you look inside the room itself, you find that your clam has been opened, and it looks as if your clam had been roughed up a bit, as someone or something might have been looking about your clam, might have been looking around or atop of or around it. It seems fine. Your living clam bed is okay. It does seem a little banged up. But another thing that seems to happen from that though, Ronan, is you look over toward your aquarium, your little tank, and you do see that it has been broken.
Not my fish.
Not your fish that weren't in there. You do
Is
find
the rock still there?
the glowy rock.
Yeah.
It is not.
They're dead.
You find that someone has made their way into this place. Someone has looked over every nook and cranny of this place and seemingly has taken the one thing that they didn't understand. Just in case it was important, I guess.
Thought sure just occurred to me that we checked the Zora's domain first and not our own house that has the blacksmith.
You guys looked through. You guys find that looking out of the domain, the one thing that comes to mind is that, Ronan, a lot of the, at least immediate area, seems as if things have been broken in it. The further you look into the domain, the more you see that there doesn't seem to be a lot of things. In fact, you do see that, well, thankfully, you guys had moved most of the people from the sea domain away. They were all at Hateno.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the rest of them would have been over at the desert. So nobody seems to have been hurt or attacked here.
Mm-hmm.
But you do find that some of the pillars that seem to have been made up of that silvery material, that silver, those silver like linings and things, seem to have been either cut down or broken down and are missing.
What's even the point of all this? There's
At the-
nobody here.
At the moment, there doesn't appear to be any people. The only thing that seems to be missing is the damage done to your room, which would have been the immediate first thing that they would have seen upon coming out from the door, and some of these silver pillars that were around the beginning area seem to be missing / gone. But the further you look into the domain, it doesn't look like there's even anything touching or wrong with it. Maybe a couple of the others have made their way through, but it doesn't seem like anything else seems to have been taken or messed about with.
Does it seem like the people that did this were trying to send a message, or?
It looked like they were trying to take things. Looked like they were looting.
Mm.
So maybe it was like some mindless monsters. Maybe it was the Sheikah. Maybe it was whoever. It didn't look like there was a lot of thought put into it. It looked like people were taking things. The one thing you will find that seems a little bit off, that would potentially show any kind of understanding of who or what could be here, You do see that there are some wooden and bone-like spears around the area that you guys would potentially understand to be of Lizalfos make.
Hmm.
That is currently
Well, we're
everything.
definitely dealing with them when this is all over.
It doesn't seem that they really got much of anything. Luckily, we moved everybody out of here beforehand, right?
Yeah, nobody was hurt, thankfully.
Just mindless monsters allowed to just ransack the place is what happened here.
Yeah, well, things could be fixed. People, that's more difficult, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Should we move on
What?
to either Castletown or the Demon Manor to see if everything's all right there?
I think the manor, but I'm still wondering why they took silver pillars.
Probably to melt down and use.
What are they planning with it?
You guys know that
Or not melt
specifically,
down, but, you know.
you guys know that specifically the silvers around the Zora domain are very anti-magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those sneaky bastards.
Does it, looking
Hmm.
around, I mean, Ronan's not especially skilled in this kind of stuff. Is there any sign of, like, how long ago this would have happened?
Given the timeline, it must have been very recent. This all must have taken place this morning. Because again, that is when Shefos felt that another doorknob was added to this place. They came in, they took what they could reach, and then they ran off. Maybe some of them got left behind. Maybe if you look around the domain, you'll find like a Lizalfos or two running around. But from what you can see, you can't see anything.
Hmm. I'm sure we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it.
Let's get to the Demon Manor then to assess things. They took things here. They definitely took things from there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go to the Demon Manor?
Yeah.
I imagine we're undoing the doorknob here, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to undo it, you will have to basically destroy the archway that was made. And then you, Ronan, would have to basically do a song to teleport you guys away.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But you're
checking out
hopefully
the
going to take
places
them
so
all.
that-
You're hopefully going to take them all down at the same time with
Right.
Shefos things anyway.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Believe me, we forget plans all the time. As our D&D parties ought do.
Just forgot in the sheer rage that they stole my rock. It's fine.
No. You got to get your rock back eventually. I just love that a Lizalfos goes into your room. They break everything. They look in your thing. Shiny rock must be important.
They took your rock, so now you gotta stick a rock on them.
At this point, you guys find making your way over toward the Demon Manor. The first thing you do see is because you would make your way into the basement of the manor. Once again, a bunch of the doorways seem to have been somewhat attacked as you open up the area to go through. You guys come out from the main center area in the hall. As you look off and around, there appears to not only be some scuffle that must have happened here, but you see bodies in here.
Yeah, because we had a bunch of demons here.
You see what appears to be inside of the area, what appears to be several bodies of bokoblins.
Yeah, I was about to say, there ain't no way the demons' bodies are here.
If you remember, the only demons that are currently at this place are Modeus, and Lucifer and Eve.
Yeah.
Astaroth seems to be here too.
And
Though I don't
nope,
know.
they are not here.
They are not here.
They
Then
are
why is
not
their
here.
token here?
They should not be here. Where are they at?
They're right here in the dining room.
Oh no, they should not be here.
Also, if I remember right about the Demon Manor, when you enter the Demon Manor, or like invited, like a bunch of doors appear in the lower section, right?
The lower section basically has infinite doors, yes.
I'm just imagining they heard the goblins trying to go through each fucking door, just like making no progress at all, and so they just get. Like,
Oh, you know, a couple of them also opened up that door that Gallon and Polo opened that got them lost in the darkness.
Yep.
You know that there's like a few of them there just like levitating in the darkness, like
Man, why is Gorthos' house so fucked up? Why is it? Why?
What did you expect?
Why did he have this room?
You guys find, stepping your way
Funny.
through this area, the basement seems to have been mostly gone through, at least the areas that they could have gone at. The kitchen and the dining area, most of the areas there seem to have been upturned. A lot of the tables seem to have been upturned and broken. Some of the chairs have been somewhat destroyed. A lot of the food is on the ground, some of them having chunks of it missing as if they came in and just started eating. You guys make your way over toward the forge area. As you do note, it is completely empty. The forge itself is still there. All the materials that Gorthos would have kept here are gone.
Yep.
You also find, just at the top of the stairs, what appears to be Modeus. As he is sitting at the top of the stairs, holding on to his chest, looking like breathing very heavily.
Oh,
You okay,
gosh.
Modius?
Goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hey guys. Welcome.
What?
Hmm.
Was it?
What happened?
You see what appears to be one of the blades that Gorthos had made next to him, as it looks as if the small knife that Gorthos made back in the very beginning of you guys coming to this place is what Modeus wielded to fight against those bokoblins.
Jeez, that was a while ago.
As you guys see Modeus, he is just sort of sitting there. You see nothing on the floor above. There are no bodies up here. There is nothing. However, looking at the stairs as you guys go to climb them, there appears to be blood along the stairs, as if this was the point of where a lot of the fighting was.
Oh, you don't look too great, friend.
I'm not a very good fighter, but I was
Did a
able
hell of
to
a job though.
lead them into a choke point.
Smart.
I couldn't let them get up to the other two.
So none of them made it past this point?
No, but a lot of them took a lot of the things from the basement.
Hmm.
They seem to be ransacking certain places.
Taking
Through our
materials,
doorways.
I imagine, for weapons.
Mm.
They're prepping like we were.
There was a ton of them. If it wasn't for this thing that Gorthos made, holds up again a knife. This thing
It's
was
a
able to.
standard knife.
This thing was able to cut through them like butter.
Huh.
Oh,
Fancy.
I see mostly it's all bokoblins. Was it just bokoblins? Was there anybody else with them?
There were a couple of larger things, but they couldn't fit throughout the staircase, so they just left. I think a couple of moblins.
Blessing then. Look at that. You're not hurt too bad, right? We need to patch you up.
I'm just tired. I'm part demon, so a lot of this was dealt with whenever they were leaving. I just sort of healed up a little bit, but even that takes energy.
Oh man, I don't think I can do that. Huh. Neat.
By the time that the moblins were making their way off and around, the only thing that I knew was to keep most of them from here. a few of them got outside. By the time I noticed that they even came here, a couple of them made their way up, but they didn't make their way further inside. I'm guessing they just went off into the mountains.
You mean to try and harass the Goron village?
Luckily, I don't think any of them are back yet.
Well,
This isn't good.
Sorry I didn't come
No.
and let you guys know. I'm the only one here. I don't want to leave the others.
No, you're fine. Just stay here. Well, nah, you're actually not. None of you are. You should.
I'm
leave.
perfectly. I'm good. I would agree that maybe we should get the other two and go. I can go get them. You see him stand up, and again, he seems mostly fine. You do see that on his leathers he is wearing, there are several tears from weapons, and it does look like there is some blood. However, looking at the skin, this all happened a while ago, and being demon has some perks. He seems to be mostly healed up.
Yeah, you go and get them.
Is there anywhere I should go? I could take them further into the mountains, but I feel like your magic portal might have a better place for them.
well, it does. But,
We were going to take them again. It was like River Domain or something.
You either
Or-
want to take them to one of the places that the others don't know about, which River Domain would be good at that point, or you want to make them go to either the Spectacle Rock, where all of the more powerful people are, to protect them, or go to Polo's homestead, which is where you guys are going to be going into the area and locking everything down anyway. Those are the three safest places.
I'd say Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I can do that. He looks to you guys. You mind helping me grab one of them?
Of course.
Modeus is going to walk his way over toward the area to pick up Lucifer and Eve. You're going to help them, Brock, right?
Yep.
The rest
Oh
of
man,
you,
this place is fancy.
while Brock is going to help them carry Eve or Lucifer, do you guys want to wait, or do you guys want to head to the next area?
Ronan did just have a thought. So guys, they got a lot of stuff from here and a lot of stuff from the domain. I can take us back in time to the beginning of the day. Do we want to try and stop them from doing that?
You feel like you definitely could. That being said, you also haven't used the messed up Song of Time since you got your new ability.
True.
So you're not sure, because you know that those two things are connected to each other.
It's something we could try.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it'd be really bad for the people who are going to be on the front lines if all these weapons get made. What do you guys think?
If they get made, then it's gonna be terrible, yeah. At the same time, I mean, if we don't give them time to make anything, it should be good, right?
I guess it only
They're
happened
not-
today. So
They're
that's
not
fair.
Gorthos, so they're not gonna be making things super quick.
Yeah, we'd have to accelerate what we were going to do, but I guess that is a good point.
But we can always try.
What about you guys? Looks to Marco and Polo.
Hold on, I had gummy bears in my mouth.
Oh, just snacking. Just joking. Hey, they're not gore. They can't mass produce. They just smash cut again and just tap, sword tap, spear tap, shield.
I will say, the big ups for doing what Ronan is saying is if you guys go to the dawn of this current day, you guys can attempt to, at that point, go to these places before the armies get there. It looked like it was it seems like it's simultaneous attacks at this point. So you would still have to be at those areas, and you would at that point be taking on the full forces of these Lizalfos / Bokoblin armies. That being said, you could stop them from taking things. Now,
or we could just go straight to Chefos and be like, shut the thing down. Shut it down right
yeah,
now.
you could be like, just get rid of it. Let's go. But
Just
there's
keep it from going there
also
at all.
there's also the thing of if you do that before Chefos gets all of their information, they also might not be able to help you guys as well. Because remember,
Cool.
the one that let Chefos get all of their magic and everything back was the one that happened this morning.
If we
Before
take
that, they were
current
feeling like-
Chefos with us, though.
Hmm?
If we take current Chefos with us, though.
Oh my god.
If we
might be onto
take
something.
our Chefos into the past, then we don't know what happens then.
Yeah.
When they fusion, then they do the fusion dance.
Saying some funny words, man.
No, that could definitely work. Again, the big thing I will stress, because that's the good things, is you can stop all these things from happening. The one bad thing that could happen, you're not sure how your new sort of ability is going to interact with this. You got this by fucking around with time. If you fuck around with time again, who knows what will happen with that.
It's a good question.
Your weird
Only one
ghost
way to
stone.
find out.
Okay.
I don't know. Z does raise a good point. So, Marco, you've not said a single thing this whole time. What are your thoughts? You might be away. Remember, I might be away.
Marco, I see the text.
BRB.
That-
Marco is unsure but willing.
Marco is helping. Marco is helping.
He said he's unsure but willing, so.
Time has shown itself to be rather flexible, so I think if we do bring Chef Force along with us, we could probably do away with that concern of it unwriting whatever was done today. So I am in agreement.
Okay, well, we'll wait for the other two to get back and pitch it to them.
Wait for Emerald to return.
No.
While we're waiting for Marco to return, I'm trying my best to figure out a way that I
Have you ever
can
had a
give you
gummy
certain
bear?
information.
Have you ever had a gelatin bear?
I've never had either of those things.
It is a bear that has been flavored with concentrated fruit juices and put into a bear-shaped mold and mixed with gelatin, so it has a soft yet solid appearance. It is called gelatinous.
and healthy.
I mean, it's not.
What?
Use a little bit of chew jelly to give it a bit of soft bounciness, and they're shaped like bears.
But it's using fruit though, so it should be healthy.
I mean, it also uses a lot of sugar.
Oh.
Here, let me try one.
This one's blue.
I've got this huge bag that I got of like gummy bears a while back. It's got 12 different flavors of gummy bears.
You can really taste the bear.
You're not supposed to.
Oh, is that not what that is?
No.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad son.
How do you know what bear salt tastes like?
I don't.
Oh,
I was
These eggshells were pretty big for gummy bears.
For a couple months ago, I don't think I even knew what a bear was. So.
I think you knew what a bear was.
wait, you had to have
What a
eaten bear
squirrel
before.
was.
That's true. You didn't know what a
Yeah.
squirrel was. You're right.
Wait, you had to have eaten.
You had never left.
Yeah.
You had to have eaten bear before. I've made bear.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah, because you made it for me. That's how.
This
But you're
tastes
not
no-
supposed to
I hope
This
it's gonna
tastes
be
nothing like
like
that
Aquario.
bear.
taste.
What the
This
heck,
isn't
Polo? This tastes
savory or
nothing like that
chewy
bear.
It's not supposed to.
It's supposed to be fruit, but it's not healthy. I don't understand.
You can make
If you take-
you can make fruit unhealthy.
That's not no.
You can cover it in caramel.
But that's my whole diet.
It's just fruit and
if you-
caramel.
If you have the fruit on its own, it's healthy. But if you take the fruit and you put it on a stick and then you cover it in caramel and sugar and powdered sugar, it's not as healthy as it was before. Because it's covered in sugar and confectionery.
No one told me sugar was unhealthy.
I'm back with some.
What makes you fat?
That makes you fat.
Because of you, we got the juxtaposition of trying to avert calamity through time travel and gummy bears.
You guys find-
headphones on.
You guys
Okay,
find
good.
that Marco and Brock return. Modeus taking up the rear with them, seemingly taking with him a few things from deep inside the manor. You see he has a box and a couple of books. You find that Brock has Lucifer and Marco has Eve. As they return themselves, as they get around to where you guys are, it's up to you. If you guys want to say?
I'm back. What's up?
You both look like you've been discussing things that'll irreparably damage the time stream again.
Oh, we have. How'd you know?
You just had that look in your eyes.
Just a feeling they had, I guess.
I
I
feel
thought
like I don't do. Maybe I do that more than I think. Well, yeah, we were talking about going back in time to prevent all the things from being stolen.
Oh. How are we supposed to be everywhere at once?
It's unfortunate that we've already decided your Oracle title, but at the same time, Oracle of fucking up the timeline doesn't really roll off the tongue as well.
Just like looks at the paper. Just like looks at the script like, no, it doesn't roll off the tongue as nice.
The gods of time told me that I've been particularly responsible with time, so I'm going to take that and roll with it.
Also, while I was collecting all of the treasures from here, I did hear that there were a few goblins, and a few bokoblins stuck in the traps in the walls. They're just screaming in endless darkness. So that kind of made me feel good.
Who builds a house like that?
No, those things stab me. I don't like them.
I mean, fair, but who has that?
You think Gorthos wanted to like try and force metal in those dark spaces just to see what would happen?
And then his brother
Maybe.
turned it into a trap.
Maybe like some like light sensitive materials needed complete and utter darkness to be worked with.
The proto expands.
But anyway, time travel shenanigans. I'm willing, but at the same time, it might mess up with Shefos's things. I'd rather him not.
Yeah,
but
the
then-
plan now is to maybe take Shefos along with us, so we have current Shefos in the past with us going into the current selves in the past as well.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, but he'll have the experience of what happened. But what if it like he knows about those things, but he can't still do his new magic things that he can do? Like, what if it's both him experiencing it?
You guys are decently
Gives them
sure
both.
that going back in time does not affect your abilities.
Yeah, because like people have gone back in time and maintained a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
that they can do.
Going back in time probably will not affect your abilities. That being said, other things potentially could happen, but I don't have a way to express that to you until you try.
You sure don't.
So I'm gonna wait until you try.
Can't wait to die. Anyway, we want to travel back in time?
That sounds horribly irresponsible.
We'll have to make our way to Shefos, right? They went to Spectacle Rock, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Z also did propose the idea that they couldn't make weapons with the stuff they stole that quickly if we just go like today or tomorrow or something. Which is also, you know, an idea that we could go with if we wanted.
Yeah, because according to them, what the Bokoblins, what the Lizalfos, and what Ganon and everybody else thinks, they have another week and a half. You guys are determining the actual timeline, though. You guys are determining the events of things.
They don't know we can open it early.
Yeah.
What I'm proposing is, with that in mind, kind of unnecessary, if I'm being completely honest.
It's not like we were going to round up all the materials ourselves anyway. And beyond that, they might do something else if they find out that if we stop them in their tracks when they invade one of the other places, right?
Who knows, man?
There's so many things that could happen in domino effects when you deal with fucking time travel.
It's true.
What if they used the doorknob exactly 1 second before dawn, and then whenever you go back to the dawn of this day, they've still already used the doorknob?
I have a good way to decide what we should do. Why don't we check in with the blacksmiths and see how much longer they got to do with their stuff?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You should probably check with them anyway, since Castletown's kind of the most thing that's worrisome, right?
The most vulnerable place, yes. Like, that was like one of like that's where they have to be to take the doorknob. That's like the easiest place for them to get to.
Okay, well, yeah, let's do that then, I guess.
All right, I'll take these ones over to Spectacle Rock then. Thank you for helping. Looks toward Marco and Brock.
Well, of
You're
course.
welcome.
I'm always happy to help.
You guys make your way after a brief stop at Spectacle Rock, which you guys would find note of. Oh no, you guys would find note of is relatively fine. Nobody seems to be exploding, so that's good. Everybody got exploded otherwise than that though, because of me moving them in a bad way.
Magic Frog just
How could
fell
you
on
do
top
this
of
in a bad
Polo.
way?
Because there's the tabletop is a game that doesn't like letting you use the boundaries that it say you can use. Instead,
Really
you have to zoom yourself in before you can use said boundaries, because there are invisible boundaries that are before the boundaries that they let you have.
That's it, Tabletop Simulator. Your days are numbered.
As soon as I learn how to use that other thing that Lily is working on, then maybe we'll switch to that. Although right now it seems less useful than than you. So your days are numbered, but like probably like a lot of numbers. it's probably many different numbers, unfortunately. Let me get the 3 demons out from the pile that just happened. Wonderful. Get out of here. I said get out of here. I said get out of here. I said get out of here. Perfect. I'm moving you. Why do I have it set up like that? Why do I have you on one side and you on the other side? It just feels like it's wrong. I mean, I'm a wrong person. I did that wrongly. You guys come out into your basement. Yeah. As you guys do, you immediately expect that things will potentially be wrong or different here. And you're right, no. You find that as you open up the area to the basement, nothing seems different. Your basement here in Castletown seems completely fine. There doesn't seem to be any showing of a fight that happened. There doesn't seem to be anybody holding up different things. There's no bodies lining the floors. All the doors are still on their hinges.
Does my danger sense go off?
Your danger sense does not go off.
How dare?
All right. Sure, I guess.
You guys make your way into the area with all of the different people messing about in the forges. As you do, let me get off of the super spooky music. You guys find that a lot of the people that are around here, they are currently holding up what appear to be new weaponry and shields that they are going about with. You find that Smith is currently in the center of the area. He is currently seemingly polishing a large shield that is in the center on top of the area here. He seems to be done. You also find that maybe the reason why everything has gone relatively well, there are a lot more people in here than before. You see
Son of a bitch.
You see So many skull kids.
Why are there so many skull kids?
I needed help getting rid of some of the small ingots and breaking up some of the small pieces, and I wish that there was a way that I could work. And then that guy over there said, "Let's find out." And then an army of them came running through the portal.
But were they at least helpful?
Less than you would think with this amount of people, but yes, they were helpful.
Oh, well then
Did anyone notice anything strange happening besides that this morning?
Strange?
Yeah.
Other than this, no.
Impressive.
Why? What's going on?
People have been using the portal network to go to different places and steal stuff for making weapons.
Oh yeah, place has been completely ransacked, including Zora's domain.
Oh, well, if they're planning on doing anything here, they haven't came into the forge area. Maybe
That's
they went
weird.
upstairs, or maybe they're somewhere else, but they never came in here. I've never even seen anybody going out from the outside. We've had the door open the entire time. Motions over toward where you guys came from. I haven't seen anybody but these guys.
Okay.
And skull kids, did any of you notice anything weird this morning?
You find most of the skull kids start talking at once, at which point, coming out from underneath the barrels and boxes, Alpha Skull Kid makes their way over.
Skull Kid Prime.
Skull
as it
Kid
were.
Prime, at least from what you understand, makes their way over, and it goes, "Hold it! Nobody can hear us! Let me speak for everyone!" Jumps
Thank
onto
you.
the top, looks back. "Now what?"
Did you notice anything weird happening this morning? Maybe somebody that shouldn't have been here, sneaking around or anything?
"Oh, I've
was
been
also
underneath
one
the
of the
barrels over
problems.
there. I don't know. Maybe one of these guys know."
So
Yeah,
you
They all
guys,
start
if
talking at
any-
once again.
Quiet.
Okay, raise your
If
hand.
you saw something weird.
All of them raise their hand. Skull Kid Skull Kid Prime raises his hand.
Put your hand down. You didn't say. You didn't say
Oh, right,
anything.
right.
Point to a random Skull Kid. What did you see that was weird?
There was this big forge area. It was crazy.
That doesn't count.
They all
All
start
right, you
nodding,
must-
like, "Yeah, that was crazy, right?"
Well, which one of you is gonna say the same thing that one just did?
A
Raise
lot
your hands.
of them raise their hands. One of
All right.
them doesn't raise his hand.
You.
All right, you stay. The rest of you move over there.
You stay. Let me roll the dice real quick. I'm gonna roll a dice for him. This one Skull Kid.
We're so determined to get information out of him every time. We know it's not. We know it's pointless.
Sometimes maybe it's not though.
This one Skull Kid steps forward, the one that didn't raise his hand, as he goes with a 15 that I had rolled for him, plus his one from his heckin' diligence stat.
He has one in diligence.
He has all of them
That's a
have
lot.
one
I
because
think
they need
one.
it for slingshots. Anyway, as he looks over to you. "There was one thing I noticed whenever we were making our way through.
What was that?
First off, this fucking no, other than this place, we weren't the only ones making our way through." "What?
And who else
What?
was?
Huh? I never noticed." "I don't know. I didn't see them."
You didn't see them. Then
"What
how
do you mean
know?
you didn't see them?" "I didn't see them, but they made their way through." "What do you mean you didn't see them, though? They were here."
They were invisible?
"No one can be invisible." Get that-
Let's find
no
out.
No one can be. You say, "Let's find out." You guys see another Skull Kid running in. I guess 5 of them run in because I accidentally made 5 of them. You see 5 rushing themselves in. "We have all completed our research. It turns out there is a way to become invisible."
Okay, good. Thanks for the information.
All right
that
then.
we already
You
knew.
5 get started on making the invisibility power. Go.
Okay. They all start rushing over toward the forge area.
What does that mean?
The Prime goes, I suppose I've been outvoted. Perhaps
Just
I'm not the
walks over.
true beginning or end of any of this. Maybe.
We don't have.
Maybe I
time
don't
for
even
this mix-up.
exist. As soon as he says maybe I don't even exist, he disappears.
What? What?
Oh.
What? Huh? What?
He just Elder Scrolls himself.
What is that? What?
But yes,
That's a
anyway,
lot
there
of
were like a few of
orphans.
them that made their way through with us.
He was just standing there with his looking at his hands and just turns to that one. Great. What was it?
I don't know, I
What
didn't
was
see
it?
it.
If you had to describe them imaginarily, what were they looking like?
Oh, they were like water or air. Because I couldn't
Okay.
fucking see them.
Then how do you know they were there?
I felt them. Like a spiritual presence of them, like you were magically. No, they walked past me.
Okay, so someone invisible. Okay, that's how I think that's
Was it a lot?
information
Or
we're
just
gonna
a
get.
couple?
There were like 5 of them probably. I got battered around and thrown about. One of them picked me
You-
up and tossed me.
Did they feel like they had claws or people hands?
Oh. I don't know.
Great.
So they went past you. Did they go upstairs?
I came here,
hmm
so I don't know.
You came here, but they did not come here.
No, they pushed past me.
You were down in the basement when it happened.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just showed up, and then they did the things I said.
Okay. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Did you?
You should be
Notice-
the new Prime.
You should.
You should all
You
vote
notice certain
among.
things.
You should all vote amongst yourselves right now. Each person gets 1 vote. Go.
I
Okay,
should be
so-
Prime. I
over
should be
there.
Prime. I should be Prime. I should be Prime.
that corner,
Do I
the
even
voting corner is
exist?
over there.
Disappears.
I'm gonna fucking another one. All right, fine. Oh,
So Rona just turns to the group, ignoring them at this point.
yeah, just turns around.
So we know that a group of people came into the house. So that's what we gained from that.
Anyone got true sight around here?
I mean, I'm
Very
gonna guess they were Sheikah.
Probably.
That's
Yeah.
that's my guess at the moment. So,
So
there's
if
probably
I were a
around like
bunch-
5 or so Sheikah around here somewhere.
If I were 5 Sheikah invading the castle town, where the fuck do you think I would go? I'd probably go to the castle and steal from the treasury.
Huh.
The crying
Hold on.
hole?
I'm gonna go
Crying holes.
out here. And I'm gonna start doing Minuta Forest.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. Going over to the minuet of the forest.
Who named them all invincibility researchers?
Pick up like a
I did.
Maximus was on Temple of Post, short absurd remember reform plans on Maximus attempt to detect magical or spiritual energies or new altered in the area. The only detects anomalies in the area that have been there for less than 30 days. You would definitely feel weird shit here because first off, the Skull Kids. Second off, all of the things you guys have brought into the forge. One thing you are not able to sense with this, unfortunately, is the Sheikah. Their entire being, their entire thing surrounds them not being able to be detected, unfortunately. Unless they were using something specifically to make them like the way they were, you would have no idea. But however, upon hearing what the other things have been going on, one of two things are happening here. And I will be very easy. It would be very easy for you guys to think of it. You guys, they're either putting a trap for you guys, or they're making their way toward the castle to steal from the castle.
To steal from the castle.
Yeah, those are the two things that you're
Okay.
decently sure are happening at the moment.
Alright, well, that's fine. Okay, so
It doesn't seem to have currently affected anybody in the actual house.
Yeah. He'll go back in. So you guys look done. Is that the case?
I've definitely made this thing. He looks down toward the large shield that doesn't look as if just anybody can wield it. It looks like it would definitely have to be either like Ronan or Brock or somebody. Like somebody large would have to use this. So any of your larger compatriots or anything like that. As he looks down at it, I used everything that I possibly could to mess about with it. Thanks to everybody around here, I was able to find any of the different connections I possibly could to make it. However, as he shows it over to you guys, you see a very nice looking shield with a extremely reflective ruby-like substance at the front of it. As he pushes it for you, I call it the Demon Mirror Shield.
Ooh. Impressive.
Because the gem you guys brought me was from the Demon Manor, I thought that would most likely be right to keep it within the demon's sort of forte.
Yeah,
Meaning that
looks-
this should be a relic of Gorthos's and the rest of their lineage.
Yeah, it makes sense.
In theory, it should be able to reflect any kind of attack like the one that you guys wanted this to be used on before. At the very least, it should be able to do that for demonic things and demon energies of the like. I can't guarantee it. I can only go based on what you guys said this thing can do, and unfortunately, the thing that I can say with it is I don't know how many hits it can take.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we wanted to test it, I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be a trial by fire for these things.
I'm really sorry. This is the best I can do. I'm no Gorthos.
No, you did great.
Well, don't be sorry for putting all your effort into it, but your maid's immaculate. It'll be put to good use and it'll save plenty of lives, I know.
If this can reflect whatever that ability that you think that this Ganon can use back onto him, I can at least guarantee that if it does, it should not have any loss of energy. Whatever he does to you, if this thing reflects it, should do just as much to him.
That is very good.
Perfect.
All right, then. I guess we won't need to break the timeline.
Mhm.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's kind of an in joke at this point.
I just imagine Ronan like picks it up. Don't worry about it. Pushes the shield into his pocket dimension.
Goes back in time to get another one.
Look, so how's that shield coming along?
Oh well, I just now got done. Where'd it go? You're like,
You
damn it.
win this. You win this time, continuity.
You win this
God's
time.
God's time's like, no more duplicates of important items, you fucking monsters.
What if I go back in time before they decide that?
There are already 2 Master Swords. You don't need 2 of these things.
But yeah, I guess now that we have this, we just need to gather everyone up at WitchCon, and then we'll be good to go, right?
Should we just get everybody out of here? I mean, we could just hide out here in Castletown, right? There's no need for that.
Well, now knowing that there's a group of invisible people that can make their way here at any given point and might still be here, probably not.
Also, depending on what happens, they could still need someone to repair their stuff, right? We're
That is
we're
also
not
true.
done with this.
We also are planning on destroying the network, so getting you all to somewhere more useful than staying here would be for the best.
You guys see that Myro at this point looks like very much like a bit of a smug look as they also seem to pocket a thing around the area. You would note, because you are there to be able to see this, Marco, and you are also trained in the exact same things Myro has been trained in, they seem to also have a small reflective red gem that they just seem to have taken from the forge. much smaller than the one that is in front of the area here. But because you guys have just been talking about the effects of it, they seem to have turned around and grabbed one.
Hell yeah.
Because before, they had no fucking idea what that did.
Just a nod to her as he noticed that.
She nods back like, yeah.
But yeah, we should round everyone up and get out of here.
At this point, you find very much that Smith turns around toward all of the Skull Kids. He looks to them. He looks to the ones at the forges. Everyone, you are all real and valid, and everybody knows it. You can even see yourselves. There's nothing wrong with any of you. We're gonna be leaving. Never question your existence while you're with me. I need help.
Like just so they start reappearing.
Just see like. You're right. I am real.
So am I.
I don't even know how that works, but I don't care.
Dico,
Where do they even come from? Where should find this thing?
make 3 more.
Oh, make 3 more? Okay, hold on. Here, yeah. There you go.
There we go. Oh, they all popped back into existence.
Did your is this a time thing? Is this
Probably.
is this what you did? Did you do this?
No.
You just see one of them walk out from fucking Ronan's pocket dimension, just like, hey, what's up, guys?
If they could use that, that would make things make a lot more sense, actually.
What?
They're just coming in from the ghost dimension.
Hey, Dico.
What's up?
Magic Frog has line of sight. He can now make more Magic Frogs.
Oh,
That is not a spell, unfortunate.
It's not a spell.
you can make things that aren't spells.
It's a spell-like effect. It's unfortunately not a spell.
Well, no, you see, he would only.
Anymore.
You see, he would only be able to do it if he saw them do it. But they all come into existence other places and walk in.
Come out from off screen.
You know how much fuckery I could do
Fuck
if I
you,
had
Magic
this
Frog
level?
has enough. Anyway.
They're just like Deadpool.
Also, hi! Thank you very much, Lil of D, for the raid. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed Digimon today.
I hope Digiman's the good.
I'm going to assume that you guys make your way upstairs. You guys collect all of the different people that are here. And I don't think any of them would say no to making their way off and away from this place. So you guys would make your way off. They would start to make their way off and away into Spectacle Rock. This includes Riva, Ellen, Varos, Atalanta, Halfin, both of Gallon's parents, as well as all of the other Zelda faces that are here. All of them seem mostly fine. You do find that Nimbus seems to be mostly like around the area. You don't see him say anything about anybody having come up here, meaning that they either somehow got around Nimbus or they did not make their way, at least in the directions you guys potentially think they did. Nimbus
Dico.
seems to be mostly completely unaware of their presence.
Could we, during all this, have also checked to see if our prisoners are still in prison?
And there you go.
Yeah.
You guys do find that going and checking on the prisoners are gone.
So it's not just 5, it's potentially 7. Plus however many they... Would they have emptied the prisons at the castle, or would they have just left them to rot?
Who knows, man?
Oh no.
I mean, it's entirely empty right now, so they would have had no one to stop them.
So 5, 2, and however many were still in the prison.
Many. There are many. But it's
Including prisoners who would be like, yeah, I'll join your fucking cause. Fuck Castletown.
Fuck Castletown. They left us here. I'll show you where all the best crying holes are.
Now here's the biggest thing. Do we go check the castle, or do we just disconnect it now?
I don't know what we would get out of checking the castle.
I will say that if they did make their way to the castle, just like everything else, unless you guys went back in time, they probably would not be able. They probably already got what they came for. It's been hours.
Okay. Gotcha.
And they're
Understood.
Sheikah.
And they're Sheikah. Well, let's get.
I will have one thing, however. I will give you guys one aspect of this.
Yeah.
I would like for all of you guys to please roll me for your experience. Except for Brock, unfortunately, because Brock would not know this.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Let me roll the die. Fuck. That is a 11.
Polo, do you want to roll for your experience? Oh god. Oh god, they're gone.
They're muted.
They've left us. They've left
Ah,
us.
sorry.
There you go.
That was a 2.
Was it 2?
Oh,
All right,
fuck.
don't worry about it.
Experience of 2. Yeah, fuck that. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Actually, you have an inspiration, Polo. Roll one more time.
Oh, yay. 6 with for an 8.
All right.
I wish I had like reliable talent or something. I mean, that would just make it a 14, but you know.
You guys don't have any immediate thoughts as to what the targets of whatever these things could be. As you guys get yourselves and the others out of here, you guys look back toward the room with all the doorknobs. You guys note that if everything goes well, you're about to completely shut that fucking place down for a bit. All of you get into the area. You guys get followed by all of the people here. We're not going to move them all yet. We're just going to assume they're at Spectacle Rock.
Yeah.
There is a ton of places. There's a ton of people. At this point, you go to Spectacle Rock and you guys collect Shefos. Now that you guys have Shefos, you guys are at Spectacle Rock. You guys have been told that everybody has gathered themselves together. Obra and Gallon would rejoin you. You would find that Morrigan has made their way off toward their sisters because they would look over toward Marco and be like, we still have some things to talk about with a certain someone. So we'll make sure that they're all around.
Yeah.
You guys all make your way back to Polo's place. As you do. With only the people that will be going into the area there with you. You guys now have Shefos' hair. This will make a temporary place to go there and to come back because it will not disappear until you return. All of you, step forward. Is there anybody else you're bringing with you aside from the people that are in this square? Yeah.
Where's Hosier? Wasn't he with us?
Hosier is over at the place. He is at Polo's place. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is practicing.
You can
his-
bring
his
him.
magic.
You can bring him if you wish.
Mhm.
I'm moving him over. He's coming.
Yeah,
He's
bring him
coming.
over. Bring my
He is
bring my
going.
boy over.
There he is.
One day, maybe I'll say the things that need to be said.
What
Maybe.
things? What things? What's happening? Anyway, are you all ready to shut down your guys' network, or do you guys want to head to anywhere else first?
I don't think we have anyone left behind or not in the loop, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we filled in everyone who needs to be filled in.
Currently, the only ones that we don't have are, well, my brother, but we have.
I guess
He's an oracle, so he should be able to do things.
the biggest
Well,
thing that I can think,
you know what I mean. He has his own oracle-y things.
the only thing I can think of is, I guess, we were planning on using Hickory Dickory Dock to like mess with the Tubelex. How are we going to use them if we don't have the doors?
Oh yeah, do we? Don't
We were
do we
planning
have them in a
on-
card.
We were planning on seeing if the cards would end up working again, right?
Right.
Currently, Clarity was training with Lobo.
Mm-hmm.
We can go and see if they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that first because we don't want to just like, oh, we have to go into the forest and walk all the way and go get them and then do another song and get back. If we can just get that done quickly.
You
Yeah.
chill out here, Chefos. We're gonna make our way soon.
Sorry, Chefos. We only think about these things the last possible fucking moment.
Chefos is just looking around the homestead, just like, this place is nice. I like it.
It is very nice, isn't it?
I'll be right back.
It reminds me of Lon Lon, only the temperature is a lot more to my liking.
Yeah.
Because it is very hot in Lon Lon.
Too fluffy for Lon Lon. Too fluffy.
You guys make your way over to see Clarity. I was wondering if anybody was going to remember.
I'm a good boy. I remember my children.
Upon going to Spectacle Rock, you guys go upstairs. You guys do see that Clarity and Lobo are currently still in chats outside of where the large pot of poison was. No longer seems to be there.
Oh.
As you guys
While
make
they're
your way.
doing this, Ronan's actually gonna go downstairs
Okay,
in the witch con. He wants to talk to the bird.
definitely.
Because if we're gonna cut this shit off, he's not gonna get another chance to talk to the bird. So
I was
Bring
gonna
another card for the bird.
give you a one of those things of are you sure at the like right as things were gonna happen. So I was gonna give you another chance. Don't worry.
Now,
But yes, I get it.
Remember really carefully if there's literally any other thing.
this is it. We're gonna hit the point of no return.
We're gonna say Marco, Brock, Polo. You guys find your way over toward where Clarity and Lobo are. As you do, the two of them seem to be mostly intact, mostly seemingly doing some doing things. They don't seem to be training currently. You do find that as you approach, again, the large vat of poison seems to be gone.
I see we're all poisoned out.
Oh, welcome. Have you all made your way up to the north? It was very quick of you.
Yeah.
We've only been able to make a couple of preparations. You see in front of where Clarity is, there is a deck of cards.
Were you able to
You-
get your magic working again then?
Because I was able to combine a lot of my magics with Mr. Lobo here, I've been able to essentially get things back running a bit. I mostly was just missing out on power. They were able to give me a lot more, well, tutelage that my masters would have given me before, but they're no longer here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to me sharing my magics with them, we've been able to gather a few supplies, including, you see him lift up one of the cards as you do see what appears to be the vat of acid inside of one of the cards,
Oh,
as he hands it over toward you, Polo.
oh,
These are made with demon magics, so these cards are only able to be used by those of demon blood or by Miss Clarity themselves.
oh, I see.
I would say hand this over to your brother whenever you can. He seems to be the one that is the most understanding of them.
Yes, of course.
We do have other
He is-
things as well. I was able to collect a lot of the things that I had prepared before, and a lot of the things that were used against me in the last fight that we had. The large barrel bombs, they motioned to a couple of cards, as well as several of the different undead that I had used against all of you. You see some of the hands and things that they had used during the fight that with you guys back in the water temple.
Oh,
Impressive.
Mostly I just seem to have been able to make cards that I've made before, but it does seem like I can do a little bit better off. I was actually debating on going around and seeing if I could get everyone to agree to just, you know...
Come cards again, basically.
If it were possible, it would be a lot easier for Polo and the rest of you to be able to utilize us correctly.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that they're working against. We do need one of them at least. A blank one.
A blank one for what?
We somehow had to put Hickory Dickory and Dock into one. They are a massive Deku Hydra that we need to fight the Chublex.
Oh, I've already made my way through to the Lost Woods.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I have most everything there that I believe is going to be of use. They put down some more cards, as you see several Kokiri inside of the cards. As well as you see what appears to be a picture of a fairy flipping off the card.
Girl, what the fuck?
Oh.
And you also do see Hickory Dickory and Dock, as well as a slightly chubby other Deku Baba.
I'm just imagining that another two of the cards are Domi and Hero Domi. They're posed in the exact same way, only they're mirrored.
There is one Domi.
One Domi.
Yes.
Oh.
There is Prince Domi. There is no Hero Domi. You guys know that Hero Domi is currently with Koro.
Right.
I keep forgetting that. Apologies. I forget where people are that I don't pay the closest attention to.
Okay. So
most of the himbos are with Koro.
Okay. We should split the little ones out, right?
Oh, I had already asked them about it. They have wanted to make sure that they would be able to be around for whatever combat could be useful for them.
Mean that they're probably going to be when we open the door, so right?
They've ransacked some places and have gained some materials. We don't want them to then, arm themselves too quickly.
Arm themselves too quickly?
Mm-hmm.
They may have or may not have taken a lot of materials.
You are worried that they are not prepared.
We want to strike while the iron is hot because they took some metals from Zora's domain, and we don't want them, have anti-mage weapons.
They are as prepared as they need be. As he motions to the Kokiri card, which just appears to be a lot of the Kokiri and Koroks just sort of in the card. As it's like, the ones that have decided to come with us are among these here. They are already essentially ready to come out to fight whenever they are needed. The others who did not wish to come have made their way further off into the forest. We did not bring the entirety of the Kokiri.
They're not all warriors, so I suppose that makes sense, right? Why is this one flipping us off?
Oh, that
You
one
like that?
That one is Hunter. Yes. They are massively powerful for a fairy, actually. They could not share a card with anyone else. Unlike these two, he shows off the two purple fairies that are together, the two ones that were fighting, that you guys would have fought before.
Huh. I figured those two would also be each needing their own card. Interesting.
This one seems abnormally strong. I'm not entirely sure exactly what all he can do, but apparently his magics rival those of even the witches here. He just doesn't want to do it, I guess, sometimes.
He sticks up both little fingers at him.
He's a little bit of a abrasive personality, yes, but he did give us some good boons in the past.
My current thought is, if we are all planning to make our way into the large area at Spectacle Rock, is whenever you are planning to make your way in, I could make my way in as well, and all of the cards that I have here will become yours to use. At which point, you can then divvy up anyone that needs to be wherever they need to be. Not only that, everyone here would not be able to have any problems just in case somebody were to surprise attack them. None of the Sheikah would be able to do anything to the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Even taking them, they would not be able to do anything with them. The only ones that are able to do so are the ones that are here. Your family as well as myself.
It is one way to ensure everybody is safe.
Currently, it is the best idea that I have. It is also extremely important in case we need to protect certain individuals, such as the Mortal Goddess.
Right, that's probably a point. That's probably a very vulnerable point, isn't it?
Not only that, if I understand the plan correctly, you all wish to bring Gorthos back.
That
Yeah.
which I
And
probably
depending
should
on-
have heart.
And depending on what happens with Miss Ivori as well, depending on how anything goes down, a lot of people, when they do return, could be relatively hurt when they do. And Miss Clarity's effects are very potent at that point. Anyone that she brings into these cards are brought into them at their fullest potential.
Huh.
Has he blown herself back up again? She's zombified or anything?
What was that?
Has Ivori come back yet?
Nope.
Because we haven't been around. Nope. Okay.
I
only
have not
assuming that
seen
she'll be
anything
coming
about
undead.
them. I have no idea what's happening there.
I'm sorry. I
She
just
seems
had
to have a
ask.
plan. I don't know what it is.
She sure had a fucking plan.
I
which means
am
also
a
need to get
master. I am a master of magics. I have helped with Polo's father's intrepid adventures throughout his life for many, many years, and I have no fucking idea what this woman is planning.
You know, from the little time I've known of Ivori, that kind of tracks.
All I know is that she gave me her heart literally and told me that I'd figure it out.
Surely that has something to do with something important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Sure.
basically, what I'm planning on doing is once you make your way inside, Polo, all you need to do is make sure that the doors to the area at Spectacle Rock are open, and I will make myself inside as well.
Okay.
At which point,
That seems
everybody that
simple
is
enough.
with me should be inside of these cards for you to use. I just have to make my way to you at that point.
All right. Well, we've yet to really dismember the network of the doors, so you could just come with me back to the homestead.
If that's what you wish, I would need to collect everyone here first. If anyone who wants to join us as well.
Yes. Do what you need to do.
As soon as you make your way to the depths of that place, the doors of the area in Spectacle Rock will make their way open, no matter which way you go into it from. I'm guessing, from what you're saying, you have found the other entrance?
Yes, we have.
I had assumed that you would, making your way back to that place.
You knew that the other entrance was there? Or that there was another entrance?
As I mentioned, I have been working with your family for many, many years. Before your brother, I was working with your father. I
Correct.
take on the visage of the one that I'm connected to.
I see.
Your father had a rather, strong connection with spiritual and ghostly magics. I am essentially bound to your family for as long as I exist, meaning eventually I may even take on your guys.
That would be rather. Do you also take on mannerisms and other things, or?
Luckily not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been.
know that.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to come out and aid you whenever Hadar was doing the things he was doing.
So what do you look like, Norman?
A spirit, like any other.
Oh,
I am a demonic general that was eventually defeated by your father. However, because of our battle that we had, he respected my ability, and instead of allowing me to pass on, he gave me the option to instead serve his family. At one point, I was actually not very different from your Orion.
Oh, Oh,
I was a large demonic dog in my life.
where is Orion?
He should be with you.
Okay, where?
He's over at the homestead, but he should be with you. I'll move him
Okay, we're just gonna grab just him. Where'd he go? There he is. He immediately loses him.
I was not too dissimilar from your Orion whenever I was in life.
Oh,
The
so you
little,
look like this?
a mite bigger.
Like Wolfo's bigger?
I was around double or triple the size of him in his largest form. Though I did not have the abilities that your Orion possessed. That was most likely given to him by connection with that holy artifact.
See, a general indeed.
Your father, whenever he was busy taking over the lands of the north, had fought against many of the larger tribe leaders. Myself and his eventual, the eventual mother of your brothers were two of which that he had defeated. Another was slightly more difficult. They have never truly defeated each other, though your father was able to seal them away.
See,
What was that one?
You have seen them every night. Your father has sealed them away up in the very far reaches of the cosmos. Whenever you look up at the sky at night, you will see your father's handiwork in the moon.
Huh?
That is where he sealed the fourth of the demonic generals.
in the moon?
They were far too powerful to destroy, so he had made sure that they were as far away from the realms as he could be.
Do you think if Ori was that strong, or was it?
They say at certain places in the demonic continent, if you are to look up at the moon on certain nights, you will be able to see a face that would stare back at you. But that's just a horror story.
I think the horror story is that there's something sealed in the moon.
But you can't see the other side of the moon.
Moon's haunted, huh?
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
Well, Ken, how did he just aim up, or
I believe they were fighting in the upper reaches that they could get to.
they were fighting on the moon?
I don't know if they were specifically fighting on the moon or around the upper atmosphere.
They were flying and fighting?
Your father, as I mentioned, was a very strong practitioner of spiritual and ghostly magics. He did not need any wings for him to fly.
So it was Goku.
Wish I could fly. That sounds awesome. You think I could reach up to the moon? Do you have to breathe on the moon?
Well,
Did
you
my
don't need to
brothers
breathe.
know about his all these accomplishments?
That's why your brothers were so fond of your father. They learned everything that they possibly could of him, though a lot of these things were kept secretive enough from them, especially Vega. Imagine your brother understanding that there's a powerful opponent on the moon.
He would need to learn how to get up there first.
He would try.
I'm pretty sure he just found a tall mountain and started jumping.
You know, if he still had the cloak, he probably could have made it.
Which is as such why we should never let your brothers know what I told you, right?
But
You seem understanding enough. As the future demonic queen, you should know of your father's charge at the moon.
You're like a moon guardian now, huh?
Can't wait for Zelda RP2 where we had to fight the demons on the moon.
I was just thinking that.
Demon,
right?
we're demons on the moon. We carry our harpoons.
I didn't know this can't get any crazier with the information reveals. But here we
I
go.
just love how-
Dude, I have known about this from from Polo's dad whenever I first made Polo's dad.
Yeah, no, all I ever told Deco was that, yeah, he was a pretty big deal, but you can decide how big he actually is.
I made your father, and the deeds that he had done really mirror a lot of things that happened in the previous thing with Gorthos. The reason I did that is because I wanted it to be like Zelda, where basically everything always repeats. Even though the demonic generals, quote unquote, aren't the original demonic generals that Demise have made, they are still comparable, if not stronger, than the ones that Demise have made. So your father being essentially on the same level as someone like Gorthos or Volcircuit or the others, and all of the threats he had faced as well being the similar cases. And you know, Moon.
Feel cute. Might just seal up Majora in the moon.
Man, no wonder he's
fuck.
named after all of the fucking stars and stuff. He could reach them.
Fuck.
That
me,
was
dude.
a
It
happy
is the
accident.
Yeah, that was just that. I just
That was
wanted to
Polo.
shoot.
That was Squeaky naming things.
That was me just
That was-
liking naming conventions.
But in character, yes.
Dude, you seal Majora in the moon.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, that's Majora. Majora's in the moon.
Or-
Who knows?
or-
Maybe it's
or-
a different, strangely
Yeah, it's-
demonic face in the moon.
Yeah, Majora.
maybe it's Wa.
It's
Wa
Wajora.
It's Wajora.
It's Wajora.
Wow.
It's just the Majora moon, but it has the Wario mustache.
That's
Okay, guys, out of character, we have to promise we can never in character mention anything of the moon to the Skull Kids, because if we
No.
do, and then we say let's find out, the moon's
No,
gonna crash.
no. Don't fight that.
Who knows, man? Maybe a bunch of this weird backwards lore will come into play years down the line. That
Yeah,
being
Zelda
said,
Chat, take notes.
This is the wiki.
I'm just glad we finally get to talk about it. I'm sitting there like, Lobo knows these things.
Fuck me. All right. All right, so Moon's haunted. That can't ever come out for anyone, ever.
Moon's haunted?
There's something in the moon.
Yeah, Moon's haunted, I guess.
There's a bloody face on the moon. Yeah, it's like a person's face or something. It's weird. Besides that part, like, the plan we have is great so far. Yeah.
I'll stay around here with Lobo, and we'll talk to anybody who wants to take place in whatever fight is happening, and I'll make sure that they're all essentially ready for battle and place them inside of my magics.
Awesome.
Just in case you have any need of them beforehand, though. They hand you the hunter card, Polo. They also hand you the Hickory Dickory Dock card, and again they hand you the make sure I'm correct. Yes, they hand you the large barrel bomb card. As well, you already have the poison card.
Yeah.
As they hand you those 4 cards. Again, that one probably needs to be used by your brother. He has the most information on it. I'd rather not be responsible for anybody else exploding or something when they use it.
Understandable.
Thank you very much, Clarity and Lobo. Thank you both very much.
We are basically non-combatants in this, so we will try to find any way we can possibly be of aid to you. Again, if you do plan on reviving Gorthos, or Ivori's plan ended up happening, or if anything else were to happen, we will do our best to make sure we're around to round up whatever we need. Hopefully, thanks to everything that all of you have already prepared, we will be able to do so relatively easily.
That's reassuring.
Shall we make our way?
Mm-hmm.
All of you will return to the area below. You would need to get Ronan. Ronan, by the way.
Yeah.
You make your way over toward the rock. As you do, your
Mhm.
friends making their way upwards toward the other area. You find that the rock is currently, instead of laying on its front as it's been the entire time, you do see it is somewhat perched at this point. Not like over top of like the areas up there they would fall. They seem to be perched on the side of the expanse, as the areas below them have been opened up slightly, potentially by him, to look downward into the large expanse of the area. So just like that.
Like a bottomless pit.
It is somewhat bottomless. Who knows? The expanse is gone. There is something
Yeah, I
down
know.
there. Probably.
You see anything neat down there?
They look up and they look over to you. They don't snap or they don't like do anything at you, but they do seem weary as you make your way, but then they look back down and stare downward. I want that one to go too. Yay. Okay.
Yeah. I think he'd do the lullaby thing again just so he could communicate easier.
You play your song. As you were doing so, you make it to where you were able to communicate simple ideas between the two of you. They seem to very much readily take this, as you find that they are more agreeable than the last time.
Mm-hmm.
They look over at you as you do that, and then they stare downwards as if waiting for the song to finish.
Yeah. Finish that up. So, guess I just came to let you know that we're about to take off for a bit and deal with that horrible witch lady that put all that goo inside you.
They look at you. There is a slight feeling of annoyance that you get whenever you mention the witch. They definitely seem to be still reeling from it. As they stare downward for a bit, you can almost feel that the amount of information you're getting right now is, if they were anywhere near, they would drop them into the pit.
Yeah, I would have assumed that.
They growl a bit, but then they look back at you in acknowledgement. They acknowledge what you say.
We're gonna go make sure that she can't do that to you or anybody else ever again. So you can rest easy that it'll be taken care of.
There is another slight tinge of annoyance as you say that.
Can I glean what that is?
It was just from the last sentence you said.
Did I say something wrong?
It looks to you, it seems to straighten up slightly, looking off and around the people making their way in. You do see that several people from Castletown are coming in at this point. You see that several people from all over are making their way through. It seems for a moment that as they're watching and as they look down towards you, there is almost a similar feeling to the feeling you had whenever you were calming them down when you were trying to save them. There is a not a sense of shame, but a sense of defeat that comes from them. They seem to have annoyance at themselves. A defeated feeling.
I mean, I don't think you've done anything wrong, or that you've. I wouldn't beat yourself up. This is a lot of crazy stuff that, I mean, who knew that that kind of thing even existed that could do that, right? Like, I don't think anyone would blame you for what happened.
They sort of scoff over at you for a second before looking back down into the expanse. As they do,
Well, maybe
a
somewhat,
small
but
little
maybe
growl comes from him. Wait, no, it comes from them, comes from her. Who knows? It's a bird.
Mhm.
As they stare downward for a second, they look back over at you. They spread their wings a little bit in this area. It does seem to get the attention of a few people, but mostly it is seen as just a thing that happens. You see that your mother and their training currently happening with Rudon does not get interrupted in the slightest. A gust of wind comes by them, and neither of them seem to notice as they're still practicing movements. But they spread outward, and then they look around toward all the people coming in. A lot of people do seem to like step back slightly or like flinch as they do before they lower themselves once again. I think they're worried, Ronan. They're frustrated, but they're worried about something.
Is that right? Are you worried?
They look over to you. They look over toward the people around before lowering their wings and just sort of slumping over, looking into the expanse. As they let out another growl, you feel that there's a part of them that worry for the people around them, which is why they're frustrated.
You worried about everyone here?
There's a slight nod. I wish we could know why, or
Is it? You think that your being here is something to worry about?
nod.
Do you think that the lady's going to come here and try to do some stuff to you, and in the process people are going to get hurt? Is that what you're worried about?
They look at you as if you've almost hit the nail on the head. You feeling that there's a little bit more to it, but they do seem to agree with what you say. There seems to be a little bit more to it. They do seem to like lower their head slightly. They motion about their talons a little bit as they look back. They seem antsy. They seem frustrated, but again, they seem almost like they're holding themselves back.
Well,
Maybe
I wasn't.
maybe they're worried. Maybe they want to fight, but they're worried about doing it.
Well, I wasn't gonna ask because you've been through so much already because of her. But if you wanted to, you could come with us to the north.
They let off a slightly frustrated little gurgle, little growl gurgle.
I mean, we would be there to keep something from happening to you again. And it gets you away from these people, which seems to be kind of what you're worried about.
They shake their head. Are you worried about... You're not worried about them, but you're worried about them Anyway? They roll their eyes slightly and look away.
Listen, man, I wish this was easier. Than, like,
maybe you're not worried about them right now, but you are worried about them later? They nod. Are they worried about them if they fight? Maybe they're worried that if they join the fight, they'll just turn on everyone?
is that it? You're worried that it'll happen again and then you'll be made to hurt more people?
There's a slow look over toward the two of you, and then there's a nod. If you remember, whenever you guys were saving this creature, they were, according to people, they were on the same level as a hero. They are they are somebody that, according to Atalanta, could be taken over by Gorthos. Yeah. They are apparently very much aware that they want to fight, but if they fight, they could instead hurt way more than help.
I can promise you that that's not going to happen, all right? I can make sure of that.
They seem questioning.
I can do things. I can help people in that kind of situation. I mean, you saw, like, we all pitched in to get rid of that stuff from you. It wouldn't just be me either. There's a ton of us that can do stuff to help. So you don't need to worry about that anymore.
They look to you for a little bit longer than they usually do before looking down. You seem to be in silent contemplation for a bit before looking back. They seem to have a tilt to their head, but feeling what you feel because of the magic of your song, you feel that there is a dare to hope inside of them. They seem to be very much like waiting for confirmation that that is something you really can do.
Well, if you're looking for me to prove it right this second, there's not anyone around who's under the effects of something like that.
They scoff slightly and look away. Like, you're useless to me. But that doesn't mean we can't do it, though. Come on.
Z especially. He's a great fairy.
Mm-hmm. I was able to free the hearts of the entirety of the Kokiri.
Yeah.
All the ones that were also under the same effect as you. Not as directly as you, but under the similar effects. And Ronan can do it too. We had several very strong allies, very strong beasts who have been helping Ronan the entire time, and none of them got anywhere close to that. Because Ronan's in control of them. Ronan!
Huh?
Well, you could just take him like you do the other two. There is a straightening up by the bird, like.
I mean, if you're talking about Magic Frog and Dawn, I wouldn't describe it like that.
Yeah, you're control. Yeah, not controlling. That's a bad word.
I don't control them. They're my friends.
there is a very much a glare coming from the bird in your guys' direction.
It's like a magic bond. It's not like a mind control-y kind of thing.
But I mean, it's kind of like that, but it's the other way.
It's the good kind.
I would not describe it as control in any sense of the word.
Dawn and Magic Frog have only gotten better since everything, and they've gained power, and in any of these situations they're usually completely fine unless something happens to Ronan, at which point then it would probably happen to you. But we don't have to think about that because I can protect Ronan.
You have we have many people who can help us deal with that kind of thing. And you have the promise of an oracle and a great fairy that nothing like that will happen to you. I can't offer more than that at this moment, and I'm sorry.
You can trust that we can help you, or you can take the guarantee that something would stop it, something would interfere. Or you could just sit here or go fly off, I guess. They get haughty for a second and sort of growl and look into the expanse again. They bring their talon up and break another one of the wooden planks that are over it. Like, blah. You see it fall. You do not hear it land. Ronan, I would like for you to roll me for your charm, please.
Okay.
We have din points. Don't worry.
I'm just reminding myself of what they do. That's number 5 is probably the only one that would be
Number
of
5
any
was
use
very
here.
good.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use one for that, actually.
You're gonna get 2 goddess points.
Yeah.
Boop boop.
I can.
You gonna bring the ones over you're gonna use? Gonna use up both of them?
Yeah, I was gonna do it once I rolled, but thank you anyway. That's a 16 for the first one.
10.
Another 16. So
Roll
total
me
that would be
one more time for the fleeting you just got.
Oh, thank you, whoever that was. It's a 19 total.
Okay. They look over to you. As you and Z are bringing these things up, which at one point feared them, another point kind of got them a little defensive. They do seem to remain quiet for a little bit of time before finally looking back to you and giving a nod. Yes to what? Yes to which? What is it? As you see the bird, you see the rock bring its long neck and beak over toward where you are, Ronan. Ronan, you're not used to being the tiny thing. That is not something you're used to in the slightest.
Gorthos has been around a while, so it's not an unfamiliar feeling, but it's still
Gorthos
yeah.
couldn't eat you in 3 bites.
That sounds like quitter talk.
As they bring their head down towards you, you find that they stare at you for a moment, unblinking, as you stare back toward them. Eventually, they push their head forward and they put their head up against yours. They seem to be wanting to make some kind of connection.
Yeah, Ronan does too.
Would you like to accept the rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Dwayne.
Would you like to accept the rock as a tamed creature? No.
Yes. You know what? I don't
You know-
know.
You just
You know, how about
you take their
no?
head, you push it, and you throw them into the expanse.
No, of course I don't.
You take your wee knife and you slice.
Oh no. There is a sense that comes across the both of you. As it do, you find that there is a shared, almost magical sensation that goes between you. And as do, it is
Barb.
very simple. Almost as simple as it was with Magic Frog. Only with Magic Frog, it just sort of happened anyway. there was no
yeah.
need for any of the things.
It doesn't get as simple as Magic Frog.
But it was much more simple than with Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
because Dawn was not as intelligent as the Rock at the time. Now they are more intelligent than I think everybody in the party, so it's fine.
Yes.
But they do seem to very much feel that strange magical connection. You now know that unless you are somehow mind controlled or changed in some way, the rock should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
However, if something like that does happen to you, just like it did for Magic Frog and Dawn, they will most likely be under the same effects.
Yeah. But we got Z.
But you got
for that
Z.
exact scenario.
I'm here. I do things. I'm like a cursed great fairy piece. Yeah.
You're a hero, is what you are.
I'm so good. I'm the greatest. You guys
Heck yeah.
make your way down, as you do, waiting for you at the entranceway to the entranceway to the area. You guys see Ronan standing with the wing of the rock spread about and behind them.
What
As
happened?
yeah,
Oh. We nothing much. We made friends.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
Bow to the floorboards.
They like
Oh,
staring
okay.
into the infinite abyss, so they just kind of plucked a few of them.
Oh.
they nod.
Understandable.
They liked it.
You are tougher than the abyss, so you can stare at it as much as you want.
They nod. They agree with that.
So is there something down there, or is it just a big hole?
They nod.
Ah, perfect.
It's one of those.
So how are we getting you anywhere?
Oh. There's a
The
door
rock
right
looks
there.
to the door, and they pull their wings in, and they lower themselves down as much as they can.
Oh, what if Matilda
Oh, wow.
did that thing to me that makes me grow and shrink?
You could always ask Matilda to maybe try to give them a growy shrinky.
Oh, maybe there's another entrance into here that's bigger.
Currently,
Maybe the
currently the
big holy top.
the various Zeldas as well as Nimbus and June would be over at the homestead because they had wanted to make their way into the area with you guys.
If we want to do that, that's something we could definitely do. It'd make getting through doors a lot easier. Yeah, sure.
Surely
We're
she
going
can
into
do
a
it.
cramped dungeon, so
Oh, you bring the rock down to the thing?
I mean, that's where the witch lady's gonna be.
Mhm.
Right. So I figured we would. Yeah. I figured we would go and get her.
Depending on what that place
You're
is
up.
like we don't even know what's gonna happen, if we're gonna fight in or out, or if we're gonna fight on Spectacle Rock, or if we're gonna fight in the area. Like we don't know
got
until
no
we go
idea,
down
but
there.
We should cover our base though. Our base is though. So,
The only
yeah,
one that
let's
knows
get-
anything about that place is Polo's dad, right?
Well, it's only just occurred to me, but what about Lobo?
What about him?
You said he worked with Polo's dad for years.
And
That
did a
could
lot
be
of.
the-
Hmm.
Maybe
There's
he
still a little
knows-
bit of shell shock with that.
You do find that Lobo is just on the other way, like watching as Clarity is talking to people about getting in cards.
Hey, Lobo! Come over here for a second.
Oh, here I go. Oh
Man,
God,
I
it's
wish
that
I
thing
could
again.
float. Oh yeah, it's a friend now.
Hello, big anti-magic-y bird. Hi.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool bird.
The best bird.
It's a great rock.
God, I
What
didn't think you got that big anymore.
Funny how that works. Anyway, so
Anyway.
did you guys?
Did Rock take us to the moon?
Hmm?
Did the Rock take us to the moon?
The moon's a lot further than you would think, Princess. What's wrong? What's happening?
Right, we're not worried about that part. We're worried about, did you happen to be a part of or know of the layout of the temple
Yes,
dungeon thing?
of course.
Butterfly, could you give us a map?
No,
Why?
it doesn't exist.
But you know the layout.
You
No.
draw one.
Hmm.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, except it does because we saw it.
I suppose.
Is,
Yeah.
is it one of those things that only exists if you look at it?
How do I explain it? As he opens his mouth to then say something. Oh! No, I literally can't.
Literally-
Did they like
One of these things
magically-
again?
Do they like magically keep you from talking about it?
Not magically. It was an order.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
you can't. Okay, you literally
I'm-
can't talk about it then.
I cannot go against my, my master at that point. He is very confident that Polo will be able to understand it as soon as they make their way. I believe that even there, a lot of things need to be brought to light, and the only way that it would be right is for Polo to see it for themselves. That being said, I can tell you there is no map. I cannot draw a map of it. And, well, while I was there for its construction, as well as for its, I guess, other entranceway that it was made, as well as the dummy fort that was put atop of it, there is a lot that...
The dummy for?
Oh, yeah, that's just to occupy your brothers.
It's just their own clubhouse, I see.
It's just a fucking treehouse, bro.
Your father knew that if they didn't have a place that they could stay, that they wouldn't stay at the farmstead at all. So he made that.
Your father's
That's so
extremely good at foresight. Oh, I get it.
You could
Someone's
say that
thinking-
he could predict
Thieving.
quite a lot of things.
Yep. He could just. It's almost as if he knew everything was going to happen the way they did.
That's crazy. How could he have possibly known? We
We
know he
already
can see
know
the
that he
future.
can.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
we know. we know that he could see the future. He knew everything was going to happen anyway, and that's why.
Okay, yes, he can see
I
the
was
future.
most-
Yes.
Yeah, I was mostly making a joke about.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm not allowed. So.
I found his eye, Mr. Lobo.
Oh, neat. You
A
already have. You
while
already have.
ago.
You already have half of it then.
Half of it?
Half of
Perfect.
your benefit, half of your lineage,
yes.
your I guess
Birthright?
Birthright. Yes.
I bet the other half's the other eye, isn't it?
No, it's his heart.
Oh,
This will be hopefully the easiest question you could answer about this.
Yes, the other eye is what I have.
okay.
Oh.
You see him lift a hand up as you see a much larger than yours, Polo, but a demonic eye appearing in the palm of his hand.
How the what the?
Oh,
But
does
Again,
yours
I
do
am
it like-
I am tied to your father's blood, so I get benefits as well from his birthright.
it's just asymmetrical.
Does it? Does just like googly eyes? Does it do what mine does?
Oh no,
Mine's
it has much
so much
different
bigger.
effects. Oh, this is his
Is it-
demonic eye. You have his human eye.
Huh?
Well, humanoid eye.
Oh,
You have the eye that he would use for peace. I have the one he would use for war.
Oh, he was a big one, isn't he? Look how big that eye is.
It literally is like it is literally like a head that he's holding in his hand.
I'm now just imagining the
fucking beach ball.
The dragoon eye from 14.
Yeah, it's just a fucking dragoon eye.
So big fucking. Jeez.
Fucking
You
eye
have-
of Nidhogg.
You have the eye that he would use for peace. I have the eye that he would use for war.
Glasses must have been a fortune.
I also have, well, the reason I'm able to maintain my spirit while he is gone is the second half of my birthright from him. I have essentially what is left of his body, sustaining my spiritual form. So everything that he did not give to you, his wives or his sons, I have within me.
Oh, he was a nice guy, wasn't he?
It is not giving me any special magical abilities, but it is allowing me to sustain my my pledge to him. Which does mean that even though I am a ghost, I can be killed, yes. Which is why I was very afraid of your brothers.
understandably so.
But now that you're the one in charge, I don't have to be worried about them anymore.
They're also better people now.
That as well, sure, yes.
Sure
Sorry,
they are.
I have known your brothers for hundreds of years. It's hard for me to change opinions at the drop of a hat.
The deeper the roots, the harder to uproot.
That being said, I have this remaining eye. It is how I have been able to impart wisdom with clarity, but also how I'm able to perform such magical abilities as I have, my illusions and whatnot. In the end, I doubt that I'm going to be able to hold on to it for much longer. I plan to attempt to use this on Ganon whenever he shows himself. Perhaps under your father's gaze, we can sustain and eliminate him, just like we did the other we put off into the sky, but I doubt it will work. The being that he fights is not connected with him as the other generals were, so I doubt that this will have any effect on them whatsoever. But I wanted to try before anything.
The more plans we have, the better chance of success. One of them will work, right?
That being said, I was around for the construction of everything, and even if I could tell you, I don't think it would be right. There's nothing that I can give you, there's nothing I can draw that would ever truly give understanding to that place. Your brothers are just as curious as you. They were always told that they could open the doorway to your father's temple, but they never knew why or what was within, at least until I let loose a few details to your brother. As far as the back door, that was always made for you. Your father always knew that that place had a much more special tie for you than it did for them, and that you would always return. As far as why he placed it within the spiritual realms, I have no idea. I thought that I was going to have to be the one to open that for you, but apparently you had other ways, and he must have known that.
He seems a little extra.
Your father, if there was ever anything that I could describe him in a single word, it would be that. He always put 110% into everything he did. And he would consider that a slow day.
I think if your dad and Gorthos ever met up, it'd be catastrophic for everyone involved. Not for bad reasons, just they get along too well, maybe. Another crazy shit they'd make.
It's a shame that Gothos doesn't have many memories of him, even if he did.
Mm.
I will say this, I don't know much of Gorthos and your father's interactions. Perhaps they interacted before your father got myself involved with him or defeated me. Or perhaps it was during a time that I was not around. I have no memory of that such stuff. Perhaps I did once, but I've forgotten. Just like any, I'm prone to that kind of thing. A lot has escaped me since my life. So, I don't know.
Mm.
All I do know is that just like all of the other demon generals from before, myself, as far as the others who are around me, are in a similar boat. We have a life after death that we can use for whatever it is we wish. And my life is to your family. What about the other ones? I don't know. I don't think the one on the moon is ever going to have that. I think they're just going to stay up there forever. And never come down and never be a bother to anyone.
No, so you jinxed it.
I'm playing. That being said, you should not fear that place. You should walk in there with your head held high. That place was made for you, and if you wish to share it with your brothers, for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is a place that, despite having no map, despite knowing no layout, you will know it is a place for you. And it is the place that is the most safe for you that there could possibly be.
Of course, thank you.
I just hope that it's enough.
I believe it will be.
I'll stay here. I'll help out Clarity in convincing anybody that needs convinced. And as soon as you make your way through down to the heart of that place, and as soon as that activates, the doors here will open, and me and Clarity will make our way in with everybody who decided to stay. At which point, the others, hopefully they will be in a safe position here, inside of this fortified area. If we fail, they will have to figure out what they are to do, but none of us are planning on failing, are we?
Nope.
No.
Not even one bit.
Then I'll see you all then. Lobo lifts off the ground and begins to just sort of lazily float backwards. Whee!
I'd abuse that every second I'd get it, I swear. Wish I knew how to do it. It's so much more convenient.
Alrighty.
I guess that
We
means
go
that
talk to-
even with the things that we think may happen, we should be good now, right?
Think so.
Everyone's away from the places that should have any problems. The entrance to this place is being watched like a hawk by your mother and the others that are here, so no one's made their way through here. We just have to make our way back to the homestead and then back into Castletown to get rid of that room. And hopefully immediately back.
Yep. I'm gonna talk to Matilda real quick.
Oh yeah, when we get back to the homestead,
to
yes,
get
of course.
to get.
Yeah.
Anything.
I literally cannot think of anything else that we need to do.
You guys look back toward the entryway to Spectacle Rock. As you see, there is a box floating in the center of it that says, "Do you want to continue?"
Huh. They're all seeing that? Or...
Yes.
Brock, only you can
Seeing
see it.
what,
It's fine.
Brock?
No, I'm
Only
playing.
Brock can see it.
Brock?
Brock, only you can see
Seeing
that.
What? As he glitches out.
Nothing. Very quickly hits yes.
You just see on there, Brock. The final battle is approaching. Are you prepared?
Looks itself. Yeah, he clicks yes.
As soon as Brock clicks yes, all of you are like, no, yeah, we should be done. We're going to the homestead, right?
And reality reasserts.
Oh, I don't feel too good all of a sudden.
Do you guys make it back to the homestead?
Yeah.
Okay. With that, all of you reappear. You see the rock looking around, spreading their wings like, oh yeah, I was in a cave for a while.
Anyone on this side just sees a huge fucking bird emerge from this tiny door.
You guys just see everybody turn. Gallon looks over, points out, dramatically falls. Ah!
Marco sees the bird squeeze out, a couple feathers fall. He grabs some of the rock feathers. They're not magical. Sad.
The rock flies up, perches like on one of the like areas that from the fort atop the mountain, looking downwards toward all of you.
Nice. The first time he's been outside in days.
You guys gather yourselves. You see Gallon still pointing up and yelling.
Alan, shut the fuck up.
Ah!
They're cool. They're a friend.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay. Have fun.
Just very dramatic. What if somebody here doesn't know? It'd be really funny.
Goodness, you and Father would have gotten along so well.
I don't know about that. He keeps on carrying me out of his room.
He's a protective father.
That is true. Other times and other circumstances, I feel like you two would have gotten along swimmingly. If there was an enemy that you couldn't beat, would you send it to the moon?
Oh, if I could, definitely. That sounds great.
I feel like we keep coming back to this moon thing. What did I
My
miss?
My father left sealed a demon on the moon.
That's like as
Oh my
far away
gosh.
as you can get. Of course I'd seal him on the moon.
It's
What about
up there.
but Gallon? What about going beyond the moon?
So, do you think we need to like build like a?
Oh god.
Is it? Oh, Jesus.
I would like for you to stop them from that thought before they think about sealing them at the sun.
So, do you think we could get up there if we use like a boat, but it's like a boat that flies?
Wait,
An airship?
Yeah, that's actually a good word for
Hey,
it.
didn't Ronan say there was some kind of weird space boats or whatever?
Oh, I thought it was being
I did see
original.
a space boat once.
Man,
wait a minute, guys. What if we wait for the crescent moon and we string the crescent moon to make a giant bow?
That's a genius plan.
even I know this moon doesn't go away when it turns. It's still
If it turns
there.
into a crescent moon, do you guys think Jasna could throw it like a boomerang?
No, because it's still in order. You can't be real, right?
No, we're being dumb on purpose right now to, line it
Oh
up
my
with your feelings.
goodness. Oh, I was worried there. Like, how did?
Of
how
course,
did I
no
know
one
that?
could do that, right? Not a single one of you. Magic Frog opens eyes, smiles, closes eyes.
Eyes, just an eyes and smile, closes eyes again.
Eyes and smiles.
Eisen theme starts playing.
Everybody's Eisen. Your dad was Eisen. The Magic Frog's Eisen. Is there any Eisens we should know about?
So that's what the final treasure was. It was this frog.
As you guys return to the homestead, as you guys go and speak to anybody else you would need to do so with, speaking with Matilda to potentially shrink the rock, speaking with some of the others before making your way off to Castletown, getting everybody ready in case anybody else makes their way through or does anything with the doorway, I think we're going to end things off there for the night. As next time, we're going to come back for what is going to be the start of the end of the campaign.
Woo!
So,
It is time.
We're going to end the recording here. Thank you guys very much for stopping on by. We'll see you guys next time. Till then, like always, later days.
Bye.